that if we need to, but let's get on with the VOD review. So I'm just gonna talk through. Now this is where Dan can roast me. Imagine may or may not be a industry expert in the field of observing. So if you guys recognize this, what we're doing, we captured Skype in 3 instances. It's one screen, but then we crop it and put it down into these frames. This PNG is solid in this edge, so we can hide. Oh, my bad.
Coming in, but right now it looks like Goats is going to be.
So it's not the new one I edited. Okay. Oh yeah, we have the old video you need. That's fine. So this is a PNG right here, this frame, and then we put in this the scene behind it, the Skype scenes. So here you go. This is our score screen. Very nice. Mugai is talking about cool things.
He's got a mean Hanzo, and in this meta,
he's got a mean Hanzo, folks.
There are going to be no shields up.
Boostio was nutty. I'm so pumped that we got to watch him through the Path to Pro. They're now in Contenders, now known as Moobot. Come on. Yeah. So now is in Contenders under Skyfoxes. So we're gonna move forward.
For your past matches, and maybe they had.
So here we have the nice fade transition. Look, notice our logos up here. We have our scores up there.
We know how Goats.
Okay, cool. Let's. I'm sorry, Boop and everybody in Mukai. Arsuno was so cool. Oh.
I think I already said he's a standout Hanzo, and this will be a good match either way.
So I have the audio coming up now.
Just to be that guy, it's going to be a 3-1 series, but someone else is going to be talking over this. We've got some amazing talent for you. Remember, we have Never Forget Leg Day coming on the color and on play-by-play. Mr. Menthol himself, Jet Set Jamerson. Take it away, guys.
Here we go. New scene.
Feeling fresh, feeling clean.
All in the Skype video.
For the Overwatch Open Division.
Leg Day's wearing his
Jamerson here, joined by Leg Day. Leg Day, I just saw you
wonderful.
About 2 weeks ago. How are you doing?
I am great.
Jacket right here.
Late here in the UK, but everyone's out of the house, so I'm.
Players, how about by Hidan? A lot of you guys.
Let's
know
roll back a bit. To see how it transitioned in.
American contenders, and they didn't quite make the cut.
So what I had done prior to that too is actually, if you guys notice, there's no like going into Ilios sounds yet.
Only 2 spots are open in North American contenders, and they didn't quite make the cut.
Right before I load in, I'll bring up the mixer. So let me make sure I'm capturing my desktop here. Why is it capturing that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn off this tool. This is a little trick here. So everyone has this just built natively into their desktop or their just Windows. So Overwatch right now, actually I have it running right now, folks, and you can't hear it because I have this down. So if you don't want them to hear the sounds of it loading into the map, so just leave this at 0. So when I'm observing, I actually have this volume mixer down here, and I'll have OBS like so. I know this is not the most ideal, and there should be better ways, but this is how I tend to run it. And then I'll have my tool up here somewhere like this. Then I'll have Discord down here so I can see if I'm muted to the stream. So then I can see my levels. And I actually run OBS in a windowed instance too. So actually I'll do this. I'll have it up there. Then I might have it. I'll actually have this on my other monitor normally. But even if you didn't have another monitor, you can put it here. So that you can see, like, let's say I did this. So I can see my active scene. So I can make sure I'm in the game. Right. So anyways, cool. Let's get back to the visor. So yeah, anyways, right as I'm logging in, as I'm getting into the game, I'm gonna bring the audio up. Otherwise, you're gonna hear all the the selection screen and everything, all of this kind of stuff in the menu. That's kind of annoying and distracting. Let's go ahead and get back to visor. Oh, I thought you had some fancy audio. No, it's all manual for me. There's some cool stuff. Uni's gonna be like, yeah, you could do that so easily with voice meter. I'm gonna say, yeah, I know. But I didn't set it up yet. Ben also has got a cool handle on that too. This is why when I was doing stuff, I started looking at my 3 monitor setup and was thinking, you know, I could really use a 4th. I have 2 24-inch, what? 1080p monitors? Actually, to be honest, so I'm on a 1440p. That really helps because then I can run Overwatch in windowed and it is still a full resolution. So this should be at least 1080 here, and we downscale to 720 anyways. So yeah, then I can like Windows out of it, a window key out of it to get to my tools and everything, and it doesn't really stutter.
Have of course being led by
so
Hidan, a lot of you guys
dot.
know LG loyal. For cross.
North American contenders.
So yeah, as we load in here. So I've already set up the shot prior to make sure that I'm in a spot to catch some of these teams. But I really like this kind of shot. I've already turned on. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. What I've already done is I've already turned up health bars because Dan will yell at me if I don't have health bars on. So you'll see when I'm in free cam, it is already activated. So I'm checking to make sure that when I go into the POV, it's going to be first person. Boom, just like that. Otherwise, it would go to third person first. So health bars and toggle for third person. You have a nice zoom in. And so this is what I really like doing as much as I can. This is a recommendation from Dan, is to when I'm going to turn off the casting actually. You want to show the context before going into that first person view, as much as possible. Then you can start doing some swaps. All right, cool. So let's actually go ahead and list some of the casters a bit.
Both of them are going to be pretty well protected behind Ace of Spades shield. They've opted for different main tanks between these teams.
So I switched for a reason. Let's see here. Let's see if they said anything.
Isn't something we typically see across another along with misfits. He will be picking up.
I will find you if you don't have health bars on, and I will destroy you. Yeah, that's why I always like. I will actually physically feel uncomfortable. Like I'll feel like my skin's crawling if I don't see health bars now. So yeah, thank you, Dan, for Kappa.
Up that Zenyatta for Karasuno. They're rocking the double sniper composition.
So you hear right now, he's talking about the double sniper composition from Jamerson. You can hear that. I'm gonna actually turn them up a decent amount so you guys can hear it too.
Zenyatta for Karasuno. They're rocking the double sniper composition here.
So I hear that. I'm on goats. So I want to make sure that I'm showing the double sniper. So
this isn't something we typically see on
Both of them are going to be pretty well protected behind Ace of Spades shield. They've opted for
okay, so what I had done there, and I don't know, I have hello, good man. Yeah, okay. What I did here, and jury's still out on whether I like this or not. Before I switch teams, I try to zoom out of a team, like go into basically free cam before I go to the other POV to kind of show that I'm changing perspectives. Ideally, I would handle this in free cam, zoom out of Gator's perspective over to where the double snipers are and go in. But I actually have no idea until like this small outline where the double snipers are at all. So what I do is I press F5, I do F5, F12. So since I'm already on this perspective, it'll zoom out a bit and then I go to F12 and it'll zoom in.
Both of them are going to be pretty well protected behind Ace of Spades shield.
That's actually, I don't know if I like that at all. Because it's very like, whoa, whoa. So ideally I would do that, handle that in free cam. So I might hard switch that next time. I think I try to do that a lot in this series. So let's see how it comes out. But regardless, I'm listening to the casters. I pick a side kind of arbitrarily because they weren't talking about necessarily the team comps going into it. Or maybe they were. I picked goats for some reason. That's fine. You follow the team. And then there's a intentional transition to the opposite team based on what the casters are saying. It's jarring because the direction of the Winston was facing. If I hadn't turned around, it would have been smoother. Yeah.
Main tanks between these teams.
At that point, you might just well hit 12. Might as well hit F12, yeah.
Very well. It'll be Akimbo at his side, but Akimbo's almost already lost their mech.
Now they do have to be careful to back away. It's Boostio with the storm arrows that is able.
See, I get lucky here. He's talking about Boostio, but it's also because Jamerson was already looking at the double sniper. So I don't know. You know, just good observing. Breaking the 180 rules a no-no. All right, cool. That's good to know. Sometimes you got to do it, but try to avoid.
That's going to leave them very vulnerable. We'll see if they can get through the shield. Ooh, the jump in for Gator. He's dropped down low, and he will fall. Not quite yet. It's actually Wavy that goes down first. But they're able to press them off to the point.
So I'm just on Boostio here. There's no need to switch away from him right now.
They're removing the Frog King. That means that on the side of Karasuno, they're lacking for healing. Only Hidan with the Harmony Orb is going to be able to bring everyone back up.
So you talked about Hidan. I was ready to swap.
Just dart around and be able to pick off targets one by one with the help of Wavy.
So I hard switch here, and because what I'm seeing, especially when I see Killfeed going in the opposite direction, I will just start watching that team. Maybe here, another thing that you'll see me do once a team that I'm watching tends to get wiped. So let's say you're switching, you're watching one person. And then they die. You switch to another person on the team. They die. They're normally, hopefully, I would go into free cam to kind of watch the objective, because at that point, the objective should be like sweepingly taken in the other direction. And then it might pick a POV. For whatever reason, I decided to go right to sit. Those who don't know the 180 rule, highly just suggest looking it up. I didn't know that was a formal thing, so I guess I'm a noob.
been able to just dart around and be able to pick off targets one by one with the help of Wavy. You know, a lot of people think that Dive might be dead in this meta, but it just means there's smaller room for error when you...
As a reminder, this was Brigitte without nerf, so
when you're running this dive.
it's basically along the lines in camera work. You never want to change perspective that is opposite of what you're on. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it actually comes down from cinematography, not just observing. AKA, have 100 degrees to work around. OP freeze. Welcome to the stream.
I think that fight really came down, like you said, to the target selection between Wavy and Sit.
So right now, like they just won. Dan, how do you guys handle chasers with pulse bombs now? I think I let this. Normally, what would happen is I go into free cam, or what could another alternative could happen. I go into free cam and watch how they're rolling out. I could catch Pharah, who just switched to this swap to the Pharah, and hope that my casters make a pun out of that. But I'm really like Sit has been a standout player from previous times we've observed, so I want to be able to catch a stick. So let's see how this goes. Anilius would probably stay in this. Okay.
He managed to dart in. He got the Frog King. That was the crucial pick. And after that,
sometimes I'm playing around with third person here, and this whole the reason why I go to third person for that moment, I press spacebar and I use my mouse to like switch around. I want to show that he's on a flank here because they also just talked about Sit as well, I believe.
Fight really came down, like you said, to the target selection between Wavy and Sit. Sit, he managed to dart in, he got the Frog King. That was the crucial pick. And after that, Karasuno, they were relying so much on finishing that fight out quickly because they didn't have the healing to try and sustain it. And now they're coming back in, they got a bit more healing, and already a Pulse Bomb's come out and his arm's down.
Yeah, the Pulse Bomb, it connected.
So what I'm watching there, actually, so when I'm actually watching, when I'm observing, I'm actually almost very rarely, let's just say 50-50 watching what's happening on screen versus watching in kill feed versus watching here. There's so much you can read from this status bar. Like if someone's losing health, let's say like Hedan's losing health there, and then I see the kill feed. Let's actually go back. So watch this. So don't look at Sit. Let's watch the status bars together.
They were relying so much on
so I know he's gonna try to get a stick on somebody.
Because they didn't have.
So I don't even have to watch the screen. Like I know he's gonna try to do it. Hedan is starting to get chunked down here, and then I see the kill on a Wavy. So I swapped to Wavy right away because I'm like he's gonna get dash resets very likely. So like Genji with dash resets is, in my opinion, really fun to watch. And I switched to Akimbo because D.Va is one of those people. Oh, why do I switch to D.Va there? Let's go back. So I like. All right, so. So we're watching Wavy here. Gets the dash reset. He misses it. I see D.Va going up, who can still chase. So because I know that D.Va can run right in to finalize some kills, and there he goes. I'll get kind of lucky there, right? Where it's like kind of how my mental model, and I've never like talked about it or wrote it down. But especially in closing fights at the end, they've already gotten a bunch of kills. If there's a Winston or D.Va, I'll actually a lot of times watch them because they'll finalize kills, and we actually do see the kill, the final headshot onto the Frog King there from Kimbo.
Sit finds himself all.
So now I'm free cam now, right? It's like okay. Now let's go look at Karasuno. Let's see their approach again.
Very dangerous to a tracer with
right now, again, I'm using a controller, an Xbox controller, and once the pulse is used, tracer will blink around. So it's just a good idea to get off her. Yeah, agreed. Agreed there. So I've experimented sometimes where I will hold onto my controller so I can zoom out of it. And I'm actually going to, yeah, so I use the stick on the right side. I click it in. That's like my perspective thing. I'm gonna keep playing this. I'm gonna set up another scene for you guys.
Reliable dive meta is just how effective against you can be with those dash resets when going up against as many squishy targets as Karasuno presents. So here comes Sensor with a pretty premature Valkyrie, but it means Gator can have the engagement he wants.
Gator has to use that Primal Rage early on. Sit is able to take that TVT up against Boostio, take him out. Right now, Far is still trying to connect with these rockets, going gorilla hunting, but the Transcendence gets popped out from Majesty, and there we go. Far finally cleans up Akimbo.
I'll send you a different scene. Let's go back here. Because I want to explain how I switch, right? Because we're on Far. I just really like Pharah in general as a POV. So here we have the Primal Rage.
Early on, Sit is able to take that TV.
And then I'm on Gator just because he's doing
right
stuff.
Now, Far is still trying to connect with these rockets, going gorilla hunting, but the Transcendence gets popped out.
That is a hard switch from one team to the other.
Finally cleans up Akimbo, but still he has to contest with the Transcendence. Majesty on the opposite.
So I see Far getting.
Low. It's wavy now.
Am I dropping frames? Hello.
Still, he has to contest with the Transcendence. Majesty on the opposite end. He's
that's the actual. Oh god, no.
He's cutting them down one by one. He's trying
That's
to
unfortunate.
Bustio, but Patrice is a little bit too quick.
That's the video itself.
Unfortunately, the rest of his team picked up for his slow pace and managed to remove the remainder of Karasuno.
We'll keep moving on.
We are in one
I'm not happy with how that went. Well, obviously, like dropping frames, but then
and build some early dominance here on our winners final.
hard switching between. I think hard switching between teams is acceptable if there's an ultimate being used as big as something like a Dragon Blade or Rocket Barrage.
Still relying upon this Far. Far hasn't been able to do much at all with it. As Wavy now is trying to hunt down Boostio, who does touch the point just to keep it alive into overtime.
Gator was in trouble there. Guru got a couple of controlling slaps off a flare onto him already. Akimbo's lost his mech. He's going to pop the self-destruct, making sure that he can get that back. Tensa's still floating around in the air, but Wavy's doing work.
Yeah, Wavy will fall to that Far along with Gator. Their two-man dive was so good, but now it is starting to fall apart. It's going to be the man advantage for Karasuno as they are starting to force everyone away. And they will be able to flip it just in time.
Let's talk about Pharmacy and how it interacts with how you're playing a point. It's far easier to defend your Pharmacy comp than it is to attack, because of course the team which has control of the point has a lot more control as to what angles they try and play in order to try and make sure that they get the engagement that they want. However, when you're attacking, you have to go down these narrow corridors.
So I want to see the approach here from Goats.
Get a lot of extra damage.
Turn this down a bit.
Make sure the targets are very much softened up when they're delivered to the point.
So I'm looking at ultimates. I don't see anything big from Goats right now. So we're gonna go ahead and use Tensa instead of being a free cam. Why not?
Now, Frog King is just trying to keep Hidan alive, but it's gonna be Gator in the backline with that Primal Rage on top of him once again. He has to back away. It's just
so let's go ahead and watch that again, because I make a couple swaps and I'm gonna try to give some reasons for why I swapped to it. So we have Tensa here,
and we saw the
who has the Valkyrie. So I see Majesty in some action right now, fighting, so I switch to Majesty. I see Gator just popped the Primal Rage, and then I hear Jamerson say it too, so almost simultaneously I'm switching. Unfortunate set of switches. Was that just now? What are you not a fan of these switches here? For me, I think I switch here because I see Majesty getting into some action, and then I switched to Gator because he's primaling the backline. I love your opinion on this.
Here comes the next engagement now. Frog King is just trying to keep Hidan alive, but it's going to be Gator in the backline with that Primal Rage on top of him once again. He has to back away. It's just so hard to play a main tank into this role with all the CC, but he's making it work.
Oh, and I went to Zen for like a second. So so for me, I'm okay switching to Zen there because I feel like whenever I can have a reason to switch to a support, I will. Oh, a bit before. Oh, yeah. Sometimes what happens too is I'll have my hands like on the F7 through F9. So actually, I'm going to show you guys go to the Overwatch in-game. I'm about to show you. Hands, don't get too excited. So I'm in game here, but the most important thing is I want to show you the keyboard. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. There we go. So if I'm observing like red team, then I'll have like these fingers here. Again, I explained this in a video, the other tutorial we did. And so sometimes what's happening is I will say I want to switch to Akimbo. Sometimes I'll like look down real quick and hit it. So sometimes I fat finger it. So that's why. That happens sometimes. Oh, like before all this, it's hard to determine when players are back in fights. So yeah, it's like just something that I'm trying to think the best way to recommend to people. It's honestly, it comes down to experience, and I think I wanted to do this VOD review especially because I've observed a lot now solo, and I want to like put out what the thoughts are and the decisions and why they're being made.
Here comes
So
the
let's
next
watch this for
engagement
the
now.
4th time.
Raw King is just trying to keep Heat alive, but it's going to be Gator in the back line with that Primal Rage on top of him once again. He has to back away. It's just so hard to play a main tank into this role with all the CC, but he's making it work right now. Akimbo takes out Hidan, forcing out that resurrection, but they're still going deep
why did I
onto
swap
the
there?
targets. Nothing is dying.
Was
though,
I
because
waiting
this is the
for...
great-
I might have been waiting
but
for
there's
Majesty.
but he's making it work right now.
I
Akimbo
swapped
takes
really
Hidan,
quick.
forcing out that resurrection, but there's still
I think
going
what I have here is, again, I have the 3 fingers on F1 through 12 here. F1 through 12. Sorry, F1 through 6. So I'm able to swap really quickly on that ultimate. Pharah's great until there's a Pharah battle going on fucking forever. This is just a real goddamn alpha shot. Yeah. To possibly avoid... Thanks. I wonder why. And you always swap away right when the double direct happens, right?
going deep onto the targets. Nothing is dying though because this is the Brigitte meta. It's gonna be a pulse bomb out
Yep.
from Sid
So
that
I
takes
swapped
out
to
his
Wavy because I know he's
space,
about
but
to
now
get the
top
ultimate
line
too.
is gone for the blue team.
In face of ammo shielding, you bring out the burst.
So
damage.
in order to catch all that, you really can't be looking at the screen as like more than 50% of the time. So let's watch this fight one more time. So after Gator, let's watch just these top bars. I'm gonna call it what I noticed. Akimbo gets a kill. I see Transcendence. I switch to Transcendence. Wavy's close here. That catches my eye. I see Sit too. So for whatever reason, I switched to Wavy, I guess, because I'm looking at that. Maybe I didn't notice that Sit would have had the pulse bomb. That would have been kind of a cool catch to see Sit do that, but I'd rather this 2K here. So I'm ready to switch to Sit because Wavy just died. I have like a priority. So it was like, okay, if something happens to Wavy, it's like, I also am like, okay, I know Sit is here. And if he hasn't died yet, then I'll swap to him. And so what I'm looking at here, Bar has just used this ultimate. So what I should be doing is going into free cam immediately after this. Because I've just watched a player after he's died. So I might switch to Busio and T-Tours. But let's see. See what happens. Isn't Wavy a safer choice? Sit's ult is far faster. Isn't Wavy the safer choice? That's true. Yeah. And I think I'd rather catch the Dragon Blades that do well or get blown up versus a Pulse Bomb. Yep. See that? So I've swapped to a person who's just died. I've looked at the status bar. They're all dead. I'm immediately into free cam to watch the point. And check this out too. So I know this camera work is jittery, but the whole point of like what has happened here is that Goats has just defended against... Oh no, they're about to take versus Karasuno. What is the interesting thing that could happen in this moment? Karasuno can come back to defend. So this is something that I see a lot of people really don't have like a direction on. If you are seeing a point being captured, you should immediately be trying to get in a position where you can see a reinforcing team, potentially a reinforcing team. I zoom out and I try to get in a position. I try to keep them in the frame, so I pick around this angle here. Yeah, and so now we can see the perspective of people coming back in. Who would be the person to defend? It'd be Majesty. So we're gonna stay on him.
Getting focused down, but he does have the pocket of his mercy to keep him alive. He's on the hunt.
And it's so here's the thing, and it's just like you will find that when you have a reason for why you're making the swaps like this, that the casters too, if they're really good casters, Jamerson and Legday are clearly listening to each other here. So it's like Jamerson just happens to talk to the person we're watching about. And this is the biggest challenge about a remote team, is that you can't always show, like we can do a virtual cam and push through webcam our perspective of the observer, but they can't cast off of that too. So you have to be really listening to your casters, but also hopeful, and the casters need to work on telling a cohesive story. On my hierarchy, Dragon Blade takes priority over Pulse, since Pulse has a chance of whiffing, and Chaser has a chance of being away from the action after throwing Pulse. Yeah, 100%. What would be interesting to see is if in the live client, they're like, hey, after Pulse Bomb is thrown, let's do the same thing like we did with Junkrat Tire. You just leave it on that spot in free cam. Maybe it's something you toggle. I don't know if we'll get that level of control later on.
But it's both teams all 6-man back onto the point. Once again, Akimbo has to be careful. He's going front line up against that Brigitte, but has to back away, drop down to 200 HP. He's got the self-destruct.
I might switch away, yeah. Like I think Diva's gonna play safe there. Tensa is on the Valkyrie. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was unlucky.
So close.
So I switched to Wavy.
Get a good one onto that far mercy
I see
combo on the
Wavy
upstep.
in the act. I'm like, let's do Wavy. That's unlucky.
So
So I'm in free cam there, right? So it's because the team that we saw die, we just saw immediately 3 deaths. So I'm in free cam, and again, I'm looking towards the direction of where goats would be coming from.
Hidan's gonna pile on, Sit goes
No.
down. Akimbo's gonna try and bring it back.
Ooh, what am I doing here? No.
Is back into the brawl.
Back to the brawl, but Wavy has to swap off onto that onto the Widow to try and deal with this Pharah. Pharah has just been getting away with murder. Another direct connect onto Gator, and now his overtime ticks away.
I'm dropping frames
keep
here.
this alive, and they take point 1.
So annoying.
Gotta bring it back to what we said about defending with the pharmacy, Jameson.
Let's listen to the setup.
They managed to defend with the pharmacy after getting that flip. Of course, it was far harder for them to try and take with the pharmacy because goats could be a lot more judicious with the angles they chose to show against Far, making sure they weren't eating too much poke damage before they got the engagements they wanted. And every time it was Gator leading the engagements, and sometimes his dive seemed a little bit lackluster. Akimbo was able to follow them up. They had
I'm probably taking something care of
damage
on stream here. Normally I would be free camming to show the map, and then I would roll in to watch them. So I'm probably taking care of something on stream or in chat. So this is always safe. To leave it on perspective.
Focusing down the discorded targets called out by what is basically a superstar support player.
See if I go into free cam here. I don't think I should, but
of Overwatch for the last 2 years now. Even though Gator and Wavy, when they were on the Winston and the Genji respectively, their dive looked great. Their target coordination was fantastic.
So yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that then. So I do this swap again because I hear them talking about Gator.
Winston and the Genji respectively, their dive looked great. Their target coordination
This is lazy from
was
me.
fantastic, but still, you're dealing with Far.
Actually, I don't know.
Respectively, their dive looked great. Their target coordination was fantastic, but still, you're dealing with.
Dan, what do you think about that one?
Genji respectively, their dive looked great. Their target coordination was fantastic, but still, you're dealing with Far in the air.
Like they're talking about Gator, so I want to get to a Gator perspective. Because I know they're watching from that side, from Goat's side. So, I don't know if a hard switch there is just better. Certainly easier.
In the air, who went uncontested. This time, though, he does have an opposite Pharah in Wavy.
The Far. Anyway, Far does have his eyes on Wavy now, and he has hit himself a single rocket, but Tensor's going to be able to follow that one up with some healing so far. May have to hit another 2 now, and Wavy's going to put him down in the ground, or at least on the air somewhere. Ace of Spades going to fall by the wayside as well, and Goats, once again, with a dominant first attack.
Aerial superiority.
So it's literally just listening to the casters and going to the players they're talking about.
Already gained.
And that's why it's really important. Like a lot of newer casters, they'll read kill feed, and so it's just like, as much as you try to listen, it's like sorry, like look, there's no direction, right? So they keep it around. They talked about Gator and Wavy. So, and I know Far just in general here is where would want to sit on. I think this is partially where a quick pre-show meeting with talent helps to be on the same page of what they're going to be focusing on. Yeah, generally what I try to do is like we say watch the attacking team. So control is always just like really tough to observe. But so we'll watch. I'll go through an escort map or something, or at least a hybrid.
By Wavy, especially with the help of someone like Sit on that Hanzo. Once you get the storm arrows up, you have to be careful as a Far Mercy in the sky. You are not safe.
So I should make my way to Karasuno.
So now we're seeing Boostio actually swapping over to himself. Let's
see if I switch.
So we got mirrored compositions nearly. So we do have the Roadhog for Gator.
I'm interested as
what do you think of those hot swaps, Dan? Should I just hard switch here, or should I do this
over to it himself
zoom outy thingy?
So we got mirrored compositions nearly. So we do have the Roadhog for Gator.
I'm interested as to why
that's definitely breaking the 180 rule.
Double off-tank composition does give him a lot more damage.
But it's not as jarring because I'm not going through walls. It's just like boo, just like comes around the corner.
Potentially, Gator's going to try and get a couple of environmental kills with the old hook and twist onto some heavier targets. And we did see Ace of Spades go off the side. Booster is going to open this one up, giving Wavy a little bit
Why
of
did I switch here?
headshot
I
treatment.
hot
Spades go off
swapped
for some
between teams.
environmental kills with off-tank composition. It does give him a lot more damage and potentially...
Does he die here?
Is
that why?
Get a couple of environmental kills with the old hook and twist onto some heavier targets.
Oh, that's because Leg Day said something.
This is going to try Goats and decide to run this double off-tank composition. It does give him a lot more damage and potentially Gator's going to try and get a couple of environmental kills with the old hook and twist onto some heavier
That's purely
targets.
because
And we did see Ace of
Leg Day is
Spades
talking
go
about
off the side.
Gator.
Booster is going to open this one up, giving Wavy a little bit of headshot treatment.
And already 3 kills going over in favor of Cross. So no, they already have an advantage over the point. They will flip it. 37% only for the Goats as they are forced to back away here.
So I'm on to... Why do I go to Akimbo here? See if he survives, I guess?
And it's that Hanzo pick. The Storm Arrows just do so much damage, especially with the Discord Orbs, with the damage boost.
So again, I want to see how this team attacks. I could zoom around and go to see their perspective, but or just seeing the defense. Sometimes what I do is it just be like, oh, I want to see where the defense is set up, and then let's turn and see the offense coming from the defense's perspective.
The headshots can just absolutely...
See, I'm getting them in the foreground here.
And recent patches means that the arrow...
Then they go to Far. I know he has the rocket barrage.
Reliable to use against a Pharaoh when you're trying to lay down that long range.
Not the fan of multiple swaps in such a short period of time. Yeah, I think I just take it that like sometimes there will be quick swaps if I fat finger or if I feel like I'm on the wrong person. Like I'd rather catch my opinion on that was like I'd rather catch the action. I don't know why I swapped to was it Guru? Oh, maybe I was swapping to Guru to catch the chase. Who gets killed here?
Have an advantage over the point. They will flip it. 37% only
Akimbo.
for the Goats as they are forced to back away.
Why did I swap there?
It's that Hanzo pick. The Storm Arrows just do so much damage.
I don't know why I
especially
swapped
with
there.
Discord Orbs with the damage
To
boost.
Akimbo
Headshots
specifically.
can
I think I
absolutely
free cam it and watch from behind Goats as they go in their attack approach.
Arrow travels 15 meters a second faster, which means he's a lot more reliable to use against a Pharaoh when you're trying to lay down that long-range projectile damage. Even better potentially than the Pharaoh versus Pharaoh duel. But Goats, they have built themselves up a considerable ult bank. They're almost sitting on a 6-stack. They're going to be poised to retake this in short order.
So yeah, this is where I don't want to watch like.
In
So I go free cam here specifically because I'm like, all right, I'm done watching Farah like just miss shots for now. Probably could have stayed on Hanzo a bit longer, but not like an egregious switch.
But Goats, they have built themselves up a considerable.
So I'm seeing him very far away. I'm like, okay,
they're going to be poised to
we're done
retake
here.
this in short order.
Let's free cam it.
Yeah.
So I trigger free cam. I think now might be a good time to show in game for Overwatch. Let's go ahead. Ultimate Web. Scrim. So tempted to spectate that. No, I'm not gonna do it. It could be just streaming a scrim. Let's see here. I can't spectate. Mercy boxing capture the flag. All right, where is my? Do you use bind for some aerial view sometime? I am not as good about that. A lot of people use call it bind. Oh, they'll set locations around the map. I'll show you guys how I do that. So this is, I'm using my controller now. Of course, moving is here. Why does it look opposite for me? Oh, I need to mirror it backwards now. Wait, did that work? There we go. Okay. So on my left stick here, this is where I am controlling the camera, right? The translation. This is the aim here. Again, we have the whole video for the settings here. I turned off VSync, so it's gonna look bad sometimes. This is my button for that I've just bound to health bars. So let me go and find somebody. Mercy boxing. What the hell is this? All right, so I use this for health bars up here. I use that for health bars. And you'll notice that when I go to POV right away, it's actually, it goes in as third person. And then I use the Y button. Again, all these settings I explained in the video. But as soon as I get into the game, I'll press that, and I'll press that. And before I even bring it in to the scene itself, I will go ahead and test out to make sure I'm going into first person. Okay. So yeah, what am I talking about? So if I'm going to third, oh, nice. This is fun. Same in POV. This is, if I click this in, that is my key for snap to POV. So if I'm doing this, I'll click that and immediately be ready to back out of it. So it's like a smooth transition. Otherwise, it's like you click and then you have to move it. So it's good to have the controller and be ready to move it around. So I'm holding on to my bumper as I use for slow. This is move fast here, move slow here. This is down, this is up. So as soon as I zoom out of that POV, this is, I don't know what's going on. There's people chilling. Yeah. I hold on the slow, and then I can back out. Tapping here. I don't want it to drop like in the immediate. See how fast that is? So if you tap it at the right speed, it'll actually look smooth on screen. Or I can just hold it. Move fast. Okay, cool. Anyways, I just wanted to show this thing here. When I zoom out, I'm on the controller, so I can control it right away. Yeah.
I have my eye on.
Oh, okay.
Already, we have the Valkyrie going out, answered in kind on the opposite end as Wavy gets hunted down. He will fall, but they trade away for Hedon as towards the Dragon Strike comes out. Transcendence is used, but it's too late to keep Guru in
That's
this
really unfortunate.
mech. And now the man advantage going on. Transcendence is used, but it's too far.
So I switch here. I see the ultimate. I want to catch that. Then it takes me a little while to catch the ultimate because I hear the voice line, and then I'm like, okay, I have to see. Oh, wait, he's dead, I guess. Oh, it's actually far. F12. So it takes me some time to find that. Again, I hot swap here because I see that there's an ultimate that is important. There's a very high priority ultimate.
As towards the Dragon Strike comes
but then
out,
he dies,
but it's too late to keep
and so I'm in a free cam. I'm like, okay, we're done here. I'm in a free cam. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go check out Tensa, I guess.
Go exploring everything, including the kitchen sink at this one. They managed to.
Yeah, at this point, if I were to go back, I should have not gone into Tensa's POV and just gone right to point.
And now it's the man advantage going on over for the goats once again.
Go exploring everything, including the
with free
kitchen
cam,
sink at this one. They managed
and
to
then go
save
into
Barrage
perspective of one of these players.
Fell so early. Kimbo also there with the self-destruct, but Karasuno, they're not going to be very happy with that because they did invest 3 ultimates into that fight and still lost a point. They accrued a little bit of percentage, but didn't really have much of an objective-based fight there, so once Goats got on the point, it's a quick flip, and already Gates is almost 50% of the way towards yet another hold-on.
Luckily for Karasuno, the 3 ultimates they used were ultimates that aren't as consistent.
So
right?
far
The Dragon
battle.
Strike along with the barrage.
See how long I stay on this. Oh, this is a good perspective.
That Valkyrie, but they
why
were
did
able
I
to force out both
switch
support
this
ultimate.
way?
That allows Hedon to actually hold on to his, but the barrage connects.
That was
with the Ace of
unfortunate.
Spades. Hedon just a little bit too.
Taking care of some laundry. Dude, actually, I have to do some laundry too. It's funny. I'm gonna keep doing. So here, I think what I should have done.
Most importantly, it
maybe
was
stay on. Maybe
Valkyrie,
just stay in
but
free
they
cam
were
there
able
to
force out
catch that.
Support ultimate. That allows
So stay in. I could zoom out to free cam, try to catch the Diva Bomb. So as a solo observer too, don't expect yourself to catch Diva Bombs. I don't know if that's okay to say. Don't really force yourself to try to catch them. It's really hard because you don't always know where they're coming from. But this one I think I could have because I saw the Diva Bomb coming. Right. So as soon as I see Diva Bomb come out, I'm probably have my hands on the F keys right now. I'm waiting for him to use the Rocket Barrage.
Most importantly, it was losing that Valkyrie, but they were able to force out both support ultimate. That allows Hedon to actually hold on to his, but the barrage connects onto Ace of
So I should have stayed on him.
Hedon just a little bit too late with that to keep him alive. And so now Goats, they've got the one-man advantage until Boostio answers on back.
Gator there with a perfect play. We talked about the environmental kills that you can get with the Roadhog, and he just came up so clutch. He got the hook onto Hidan while the Transcendence was in motion. Just gave him the old twist, dropped him down to check out some fantastic beachside property here on Ilios.
86% now. Goats looking to tie up.
And watch
this
from the
map.
attacker's perspective.
Look,
We're watching
Gator just
far.
in the front row.
He'd be the one to be a
Does not
playmaker
connect
right
the
now.
hook
Ace of
onto
Spades I might watch
Boostio.
too.
West
Boostio is a
walked
good
off
person to
onto
watch
the
as well.
Widowmaker to try and deal with the far on the opposite end, but it's
Damn.
Wavy that takes him out.
They
No
hear him wishing
problem
I'd switch to
whatsoever.
Wavy.
2-for-1 exchange as Gator will ultimately fall, but now it's the Dragon Strike to finish things off right into the face of the Mercy.
Unfortunate.
Oh, Dragon, rock that dragon. Six,
one of-
is able to clean up.
Your flight
Far.
is cancelled. Bad weather. There's
Yeah,
a
it's
strong
one of the
forecast with dragons
challenges.
up there, and,
Do you
don't wanna be
switch
flying
to-
them. Jameson does far too much damage.
Do you keep watching the far in case you catch a
Valkyrie
direct,
suit,
or
so
do
that was
you
called the Valkyrie suit, right?
Yes, I believe
chase the
so.
ultimates?
I really like
Alright.
that name.
Now we're already into point 3 here of Ilios, and this is just the first map, by the way.
I'm
ladies
holding
and
slow
gentlemen,
here, right?
At home, this
Nope.
is the Overwatch Open Division Winter Finals, presented to you by Broadcast.gg. And this is only map 1, and this is kind of going the way we expected. So many of the teams were so close together. Like the middle of the pack was basically the entire.
So I'm gonna come
pack
in
for
from
this
behind
tournament.
him here. I'm gonna pick a person.
Yeah, they're all
And again, I'm using the
incredibly
controller
close
here
together.
to go on
Now
the
we are
POV.
moving over to Ilios, and it's going to be Far taking up the Widowmaker, so famous on this map. Even when Widowmaker was out of magic, she was a little bit weaker. That
don't think
longer
this
grapple
swaps.
time, we always saw her here.
I think if they, this is one of the big challenges about like, you set up for watching one team. If your casters aren't saying who they want to watch, it's like kind of a gamble, right? I think there I should just instead hot swap. So don't do any of the like zoom out and zoom. Just go right to far.
Here because the sightlines are just so commanding. Boostio is going to be joining him on the Hanzo, so it's only a matter of time for Goats until a pick occurs. They may have to get very aggressive here.
And the opposite end, they're only running the Hanzo as their sole sniper here. It's the triple tank setup behind that Orisa for the Goats. Now they're slowly encroaching into space.
I'm okay not swapping there right away because we can see the shield. But let's see, I just hot swap here, and I'm breaking the 180 rule again.
Sniper here is the triple tank setup behind that Orisa for the Goats. Now they're slowly encroaching into space. The hook came out, but they weren't able to connect. It's Far that starts it off. Gator goes down, wasn't able to get a refresh.
Should've stayed on
onto
Far.
the shield, and so now Far is just having a field day.
Far is having a field day. He's got plenty in his sights, and no one's going to be there to stop him. Gator does have a rather large head hitbox on that Orisa, and Far was all too happy to take advantage of that. Majesty's going to get himself a consolation kill, getting some justice from Mondata, but he's not going to get any more. Karasuna starting to gain percentage here as they move towards victory on Ilios.
Here we go, 13%. Dragon Strike comes out. Gator has to back away from that Dragon.
On pre-cam, I want to see the
Opposition,
attacker's
they do
approach.
have Sit swapping off himself onto the Widowmaker to answer in kind. So double sniper for double.
See, like if you're watching the screen, you don't catch any of this stuff. So let's go ahead and watch that back again. So I'm watching the dragon. Let's see me using out to the free cam. I know we kind of know where they're set up. So I want to go around. I'm focusing on catching where the offense is coming from now.
Dragon Strike.
So I catch
out.
this here.
Gator has to back
Then I'm like,
away
okay, I just saw
from
Sit
that
switch here.
Dragon.
Widowmakers
Know
are
about
just
this composition.
really
Now, they
key,
do
right?
have Sit
T-Tors?
swapping
Thanks,
off
dude.
himself onto the Widowmaker to answer in kind. So double sniper for
Thanks,
double
fam.
sniper. They're still trying to encroach upon this space. They're slowly leapfrogging their way on in, but they're already losing men as Akimbo has just lost his mech. That's a lot of defensive power gone.
What? Why did I switch there? What am I doing? Hello? Am I okay?
Leapfrogging their way on in, but they're already losing men as Akimbo has just lost his mech. That's a lot of defense.
Why did I swap there? I mean, Jameson happens to talk about him.
Defensive power gone.
I don't know, man.
Second at Sit.
That might have been a fat. That might have been a fat finger. I I almost definitely wanted to switch to Sit.
They're already
I fat
losing
fingered it.
men as Akimbo has just lost his mech. That's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
totally
defensive
want to
power
see Sit.
gone.
Because what I want to
Second at
catch is I see them pulling back, so I'm like, okay, Sit. I just saw him rotate around this right side here. You like that arrow? And so I want to see his perspective. They're going down into the point. Does he have some kind of high ground? But I fat finger it. I get a Akimbo. Then I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll go back to Gator. Or maybe I fat finger it twice and go back to Gator.
Sit, swaps onto the Widow. Boostio's there with the arrow, giving him a little bit of impromptu brain surgery. And you can tell why Hanzo's not a doctor. He wouldn't have any patients survive. And now, look how far up Boostio and far up, pardon the pun, but Boostio's going to be punished for such by Wavy. He's still got a Mercy at his back, though. Mercy won't be able to do much against the burst damage. Just the impromptu dragon right there.
So I keep doing these swaps here to show that I'm switching teams. It's very intensive. Like, I either have to click the right stick on the controller and then hit the F button, or hit the original F button and then hit the next person I want to talk to. I mean, I want to talk to. I want to get the POV of. I think they're just hot swap in the future. So I want to catch where the dragon's coming. I hear it coming the other way. Where is it going? Where is it going?
They're just trading blows, little love taps across the map, James.
Yeah, this is double sniper compositions from both sides.
Oh, I hate it when this happens. So here I'm coming in. I wanna go into Wavy, and then the center of my screen is closer to a person that I don't see back here, which is Tensa.
Yeah, this is double sniper composition.
So I should swap.
Sides. It is inherently just a
Wavy.
slower
Why do I go third
composition,
person?
Especially with the Orisa's. Transcendence has popped out from Majesty here and answered in kind by Hidan, but his is later. They're gonna have the heals.
So I go to free cam to try to catch the Diva bomb.
Days as Guru with the self-destruct takes out Akimbo.
This is bad view. This is a terrible view.
Take out far, but
I should probably back up there and watch and see goats falling back while Karasuno is approaching, or just go a lot quicker into this POV. But again, breaking the 180 rule.
But he's gonna get res back into this now, and so already at 80%, it's one fight territory going over to the goats, and I don't know if they can actually do this. Akimbo swapping.
I might third person here to show.
Will that be enough to be able to punch this through?
Oh my god.
Wavy, he's a sneaky boy, and Far's already fallen down.
Oh, he sees him.
Wavy and Far can now claim this territory for their own. They've got to watch out for Boostio right behind them there. It's melee range with a storm.
Come on, Boostio!
Choke from Boostio, and now he's been taken down. This is Goat's opportunity to move forward as overtime starts. And we've got a DC on the side of Goats.
Oh no, Akimbo is still gonna try and fight into this. Tensa has been dropped from the server now as Ace of Spades cleans up Gator. Wavy and Sit will follow suit, and with
especially cleanup, I tend to watch tanks.
Be, of course, Karasuno to take the first map.
Okay.
Well, Troy had
Let's go for it. That's fine.
Would instantly
Escort map.
high H difficult
to get healed up.
but Hanzo and Widowmaker are just that much.
If needed, Widowmaker can still
Comes out. Orisa's barrier 900.
Ooh.
And then we got to see like how much
Crossfade.
damage that actually comes out. Orisa's barrier 900 HP.
So I find a nice
It
spot that I
goes
want to
down
bring the
and
camera scene
instantly
into.
was
I'm bringing it
deleted.
in
It's so
at about 30
difficult.
seconds left to go
Right
for the
now, I think
defenders.
the main tank role is probably one of the most frustrating roles to play.
This is one thing I see a lot of people they don't do. So I'm taking it slow here because I need to kill time, but also I want to show the defender's position.
As a Winston, you just get melted. There's nothing to do as a main tank. I think it's one of the hardest roles to play in the game right now.
I don't mind the approach that Gate has been taking, which is to play the Roadhog. And we talked about the synergy of the double sniper, and that also occurs for Roadhog. If you know where people are, you're more easily able to place those hooks and sit. Not like this, buddy.
Told to sit, yeah. So he will be taking the bench. They're back at spawn. Halt hook not connecting as Tensa is able to bring him back into this. Now we do have.
Of course, you watch the Bastion.
Excuse me, Bastion coming out. For the offense here, it's Majesty on it, so they're running the solo.
So yeah, actually, I want to go back 20 seconds because I want to show you the setup
How
again.
to play the game. Like,
So again, I'm at about 10 seconds. That's when I start heading towards the spawn.
I think it's one of the hardest
So I want to
roles play in the game
show
right now.
the defenders with the setting up. So we know that this is Sarissa coming in. Right around this point, then I get in a position to watch the attackers come out of spawn.
That also occurs for Roadhog, if you know where
Again,
people are. You're more
look at this. So I'm keeping,
of the double sniper.
when I
That
can,
also
I'm keeping the
occurs for
defending
Roadhog, if you know where people are.
team in the
You're more
frame.
Easily able to place those hooks and sit.
That's unfortunate.
Not like this, buddy.
Told to sit, yeah. So he will be taking the bench.
Do I do that to BM a little
They're
bit?
back at
I look at
spawn,
Sit
Halt
dead.
Hook not connecting as Tensa is able to bring
Just to
him
show,
back into
acknowledge
this.
that he's
You
dead.
have
That's okay.
the- excuse me, Bastion coming out for the offense here. It's Majesty on it, so they're running the solo.
So
support.
I switch here. I really like switching to DPSs on flanks because there's a lot of opportunity. They get kills or they get they get killed themselves. So it's like, okay, well, this Bastion obviously is going to be sitting on the point. I know that Wavy went up there, so let me just go to him.
Here, it's Majesty on it, so they're running the solo support style.
We still see the perspective of that.
They've given up the high ground and they backed
Again,
off.
so I switched to another flanking DPS too on the attack.
Great Halls actually forces the Bastion off the payload.
And now he's going to have to make a precarious repositioning if he wants to get back onto the map, but he may decide to go a different way. Guru halts it up. And
so especially when there's something that might happen right. Where is Bastion strong here? It's when they're shooting into a choke point, right, for the other team.
Oh, Gator tries to post up against.
Ooh, why did I switch to far here?
On the other side, trade's coming through here, but it's going to take a while for Guru to get back.
Oh, Gator tries to post up.
It's going to take a while by Gator, but Sit's been taken down on the other side. Trade's coming through here, but it's going to take a while for Guru to get back.
Oh, Gator tries to post up.
I like that I swapped to him, but I'm trying to figure out what clued me in.
Trade's coming through here, but it's going to take a while for Guru to get back.
Oh, Gator tries to post.
I think it's because after I see Gator die, do I expect the offense to lose? I'm trying to anticipate as much as I can, and so this is another thing I would like to test with Dan, like run by him, is as much as you can get the perspective of the team that was going to win fight. So I should write that down. Let's see here. I should just keep a little list, because then maybe I anticipate that Far is going to get some shots. I don't know.
Post up against Ace of Spades, but he was getting pocketed that whole time. Double pocket, by the way, from Hedon along with the Frog King here. And Gator just thought he had the damage necessary to take him out. And so with Gator going down, that's going to be the rest of his team falling. And so now the offense are left scratching their head. How are we going to break this chokehold?
Despite Far falling early, Karasuno managed to bring that one out, and now Sit and Wavy, they have to try and reevaluate how they're going to go after this, and there we go. We are going to see some swap-ups. Majesty forgoing the Bastion.
And I want to see the attackers come out again. And I want to rotate as soon as I can to see the perspective of the payload, the objective. I hear the shot come through. That's why I think Far was just popping off, so let's go ahead and watch it. I just make this call. I'm just like, hey, I'd like to see it. Oh, I don't commit to it, though.
So dive is fully effective here. Already in the back.
Has a lot of swaps. I should stay on Far there.
Comes out from Boostio is just gonna force the members of Goats back. Now Gator along with Akawa jumping on in as Tensa pushes forward with that Valkyrie, but Akawa has received no heals. He will fall.
The second that Akawa went in,
Recam?
the Spade slammed down the supercharge. You've got no escape, don't worry. We've got 50% extra damage. We're gonna cook us a few gorilla steaks. We don't care what Peter gonna say about it. And Frog King coming in with a blaster, going after Tensa. But Boostio is gonna be claiming both of those kills. No fun allowed for Frog King.
Yeah, sometimes that third person to be like, after they do a big play, to kind of like present to them.
Only a couple of meters gained.
Yeah, a minute 40, and they're still stuck at this choke. They thought they were going to be able to break it with a dive, but that dive between Akawa and Gator was completely disconnected. They went on to two separate targets. Wavy and Sit came in a few seconds later. They need to be able to clean up this dive. They need to find the right target.
We keep talking about Gator.
Really even go after. Take a look at how far Spar is sitting back here. The dive comes in. The halt was already used, but Ace of Spades is trying to focus down Gator.
Wade was trying to make his way around the back, but he was waylaid by a Venom Mine. He was managed to be tracked there by Far, and now Hidan's going to come in with that Transcendence. This is good news for Wavy, however, who's 9% away from that Dragon Blade. You wouldn't have to worry about that as he goes in. Now Hidan's been removed as well. Sit's going into the back to try and help out his
So I go to Wavy there.
Try and do it alone. Far's going to
A
try
lot of swaps. A lot of swaps. Let's go back. Let's go back.
They Transcendence to cover that res onto.
Here, then there will be a dash from Wavy around the back, but he was waylaid by a Venom Mine. He was managed
So I
to
see
be tracked
Wavy.
there by Far. Now Hidan's going to come in.
I want to see where he's coming in. So the Transcendence is out. I switched to. I should stay on Wavy there. I figured that he was gonna do his blade, but then he comes back and uses it. I should just stay on Wavy here. Prior.
They Transcendence to cover that res onto Sit, so now they have a huge man advantage. Akawa cleans up Guru, and with that, the dive was enough to break the defense of Karasuno, and so they are just go ahead and set up for the point B defense here. As now, Goat, they're going to try and contest for the high ground. We have, of course, Tracer Sit on the right-hand side, slowly creeping his
So
way.
sometimes I'll do this too.
have, of course, Tracer.
This is kind of the style that I've developed. Is that so? I know they want to get to the high ground. So this is again about game knowledge that, as an observer, you can help do. I think he even talks about high ground, Jamerson, leading up to this. But I know that something that like Lemon and I have talked about in Dorado Point 2, this high ground on the courthouse is so key. So I know that Ace of Spades is going to want to go up there. Aqua is going to want to go up there, and Gator. Whoever the tank is, they're going to want to contest this point. It's like Gibraltar, the blue boxes above the above Car Wash. So I know tanks are going to want to occupy that space. So use third person. He just said high ground. And and then it's like, okay, well, let's preview the high ground. Because he's already up there, happens to be. So that's kind of cool. You can see that he's already up there. And then we go third person to show it, and then we go back to first when he lands.
Slowly creeping his way up. He knows there's a Zenyatta here. He's trying to find his way into.
Then I hear him say sit, talk about sit. So let's listen to Jamerson, right? I get the high ground, and then I make the swap because Jamerson calls it out.
We're going to try and contest for the high ground. We have, of course, Tracer sit on the right-hand side, slowly creeping his way up. He knows there's a Zenyatta here. He's trying to find his way into it.
So imagine this cast if I stay on Aqua. Right? It's like you're watching the Winston, and he's talking about, like, oh, trying to find him. Yeah, it's not good.
Boy, but unfortunately, it's going to be revealed by the Emphasize. There will be a quick disengage here for the side of Sit. It's going to be.
And I'm okay with that swap because we had already been watching Aqua. So we go back to a person we're familiar with, and an area we know that he was.
Going to be self-destruct as well from Gator, making sure he gets his mech back. And let's talk about like a reversal of roles. We mostly know Gator as a Winston player, but instead they've got a Carl on that role. And that may well contribute to why these dives aren't quite as crisp as we'd come to expect from such an experienced team.
So the high ground still being contested. It's Sit to take out Hidan. So Tensa has to be careful. Might have to use his Valkyrie soon. Second kill goes on over. Tensa gets headshot by Far on that Widowmaker. Oh, and that is what you have to worry about. Far now with the double kill. Majesty gone. That's both supports gone.
How did I do the...
Oh,
I'm on Wavy.
Far now with the double kill. Majesty gone. That's both supports gone for the offense, but they're going to continue with this push.
Oh, a Carl there with a little bit of a brave engagement. And the second the Gator joins him, he runs elsewhere. So potentially not the best comms coming in here. Could have soaked up a little bit of damage, but now you just need to stay away right now, Akawa. You are feeding ultimate charge with 1000 HP in a Discord orb. And you know what else is feeding? The remainder of goats.
Yep. The
Nice.
Widowmaker.
Oh.
And them all stuck in their web.
Oh.
And slowly picking them off one by
Sick.
one. Majesty might go down.
Yeah. So again, I think one of the biggest takeaways. I'm gonna take a second and write these things down because we're gonna go ahead and kind of try to take clips and make this a little bit more actionable. So as much as I can, I'm going to watch the attacking team, unless casters are pointing out something otherwise, or you just think there's something interesting about the defending team. And then during the team fight, if the team you're watching dying, go to free cam and show the objective. And clean up from the winning team's perspective. So I'm writing this down. I'm gonna publish it later. Because then you get these cleanups, right? Otherwise, if you look at this scene and it's like I stay on Wavy.
Right now, not the best comms.
So imagine this before I switch to Far.
That is what you have
I'm on
to worry
Wavy.
about. Far now
I
with
see them
the
all
double
winning,
kill.
blue team
Majesty
winning,
gone. That's
so I
both
switched here.
supports gone
Far was just
for
talked
the
about too.
offense, but they're gonna continue with
Let's
this
go ahead and
push.
stay on him.
Ooh, a Carl there with a little bit of a brave engagement. And the second the Gator joins him, he runs elsewhere. So potentially not the best comms coming in here. Could have soaked up.
It's a really
little
good
bit of
comment
damage,
from
but
Leg Day.
Now you just need to stay away right now, Akawa. You are feeding ultimate charge with 1000 HP in a Discord orb.
So at this point
You know what
too,
else is feeding?
we could keep watching Far. I probably could have kept watching Far until this point and switched to Busio to watch the cleanup.
Slowly picking them off one by one. Majesty might go down again. That flick misses, and luckily, Gator is there to put a stop to that. But Far, even though he had just used that.
So Far's popping off here. If a Widow's popping off on a map like Dorado, just so I'm staying on him. right? Because you expect him to take this forward position, try to take some shots, punish goats if they're not respecting the widow play.
That infrasight. He's already at 27%. He even gets a nice pick off onto Tensa. And this is the thing you have to worry about. Dive is potent, but so is a damage boosted Widowmaker, and she can just swing the fight by herself.
Far isn't even worried at the moment. He is posted up so far forward, trying to get a couple of unexpected angles when we'd expect him to be exactly where he has been for the last 2 fights. But now he's playing around the payload. That's the first time I've seen a Widowmaker on the payload. I don't know about you.
It was just someone has to get on the payload, right? But it is right now the Wavy with.
So I swap here. I hear it triggered. And I don't hot swap. I zoom out and POV swap.
Someone has to get on the payload, right? But it is right now the Wavy with that Dragon Blade.
Yeah, that's definitely
disorienting.
disorienting. I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. It's so disorienting. It's better just to hot swap there, I think.
Right now, the Wavy with that Dragon Blade into the back line, trying his best to get onto Far.
Oh.
It took about 4 swipes. He will clean him up.
Yeah, especially when a person that gets killed dies, I will freak him if I can.
Here comes the res out from the Frog King as Boostio does.
Oh,
God.
God.
Far swing this, and already he catches.
At least I catch the headshot, right?
But still clean him up. Here comes the
Ace
res
of spades.
out from the Frog
I'm
King
going to
as
Boostio. I think
does
he's going to clean
well.
up. Nope.
But still
All right, let's go back to
Far
Far then.
Swing this, and already he catches Tensa mid-resurrection there. Huge heads-up play coming up from Far.
Not just a mid
T-Tors.
resurrection, but mid Valkyrie as well. No healing.
So there, what could have been better for me? So let's go ahead and just walk it back. Here, I should just hot swap immediately to Wavy, just F12 it. He dies here. That's fine. Free cam. I see Ace of Spades because I'm like, all right, he's an interesting perspective. He's going to continue helping fight for the positioning. All right, and then after that, I'm like, okay, Boostio could be there for the cleanup, right? I expect him in the back line here. We already saw Aqua contesting with Ace of Spades. That's probably too quick of a swap, but I do want to catch cleanup because I know that this team can clean up really well between Boostio and Far. Boostio is dead, so I'm like, all right, Far is going to get back up on the high ground, so we catch this headshot, which is nice.
Far swing this, and already he catches Tensa mid-resurrection there. Huge heads
This is a rough perspective.
Not just
I think I expected Hidan to be on the point,
No
but I should have watched the status bars and realized that he died. We're just chilling. We're just chilling on this Widowmaker that's on the high ground that has been popping off.
That transcendence, which they can use to try and
I should
survive
swap
any
to Goat's
incoming
perspective at
dives.
some
They may
point.
not want to wait as long as Wavy will take to form a Dragon Blade. There's only 25 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I
so
think I
now
free
he
cam
does
while I have
weigh
the time,
his options.
right? Catch some free cam, watch him climbing up, go into the perspective of Wavy.
In the next 20 seconds now, Far with the infrasight is just going to slow them down even further. Here comes the self-destruct. Far does get away from it. No real connection.
This is tough. This is almost like the Far battle, right?
That's the proper target. That was the transcendence gone. Point A.
Why am I on Boostio here?
Looking a lot like
Oh my god, this is terrible.
Last fight in the last final minutes where the GOAT are able to fight back into this. And so with the cleanup on Gru, they will continue to push the
So as soon as
but still there is an
Gators, sorry, Goat started winning,
that's the proper target.
I should free cam here and watch the objective.
Point B looking a lot like point A, where it's the last fight in the last final minutes where the GOAT are able to
Oh, I think I fat finger it. I think I try to go to sit. Yeah, that's what happens. I try to go to sit. That's why I go to Far.
Where it's the last fight. On point A, point B looking a lot
Yep,
like
I try to go to Far. Sorry, to sit. Because
Because
F5 is next to, sorry, F6 is next to F7.
The GOAT are able to fight back into this. And so with the cleanup on Gru, they will continue to push the payload forward. But still, there is an opportunity for Kurasano to come back into this.
Guru got so much value off that self-destruct. The question is, will he be able to get value off a re-engage? If the Spade's going to move onto the payload, 1 meter and 66 left. You've got to stay on the payload now if you're Goats, and it's an all-out brawl here. There's still a Mercy in play. The Frog King trying to keep everyone alive, but moving onto the payload now and won't last long.
Yeah, Wavy already started it off great. Now picks up the second kill onto Hidan, but he saw that Boostio was in his backline, and generally, as a Genji, you don't try to dash after a Tracer, right?
Where's out on how much it's good to sit on a Tracer?
Just recall out and all of a sudden you're out.
So I'm on Majesty here. Again, anytime that I feel like it could be appropriate, this is where a Zenyatta could be sniping out a
And so
Where
now
where
they're only
Zenyatta
down
could be
to
really
a
strong,
minute and 10
right? You get your right
seconds. Two
clicks.
pushes
You're watching
possibly,
for flankers.
Here is Karasuno are looking to put a stop to them here at point 3.
Karasuno going to be the new breaks. They are coming in with a different composition, but Wave is coming in from the top. He's got a blade in hand, but he's only slashing his shields right now, feeding a little bit of extra energy to Far.
But that energy is instantly gone, as with the help of Akawa, they are able to clean them up, and this fight mostly going the way of Goat. Pulse Bomb with the follow-up damage onto Ace of Spades will clean him up.
Too many swaps.
Again, though, the Goat will have another opportunity to defend here, and there's no ultimates that they really have to contest with, and they are sitting pretty now. They've got both support ultimates along with the self-destruct.
Guru moving in on Brigitte, trying to contain Akawa, but now he's got his eyes on Sit. Up into the air, goes to self-destruct.
So this is a great alternative to free cam too, because honestly, like there's not a lot of good opportunities to really where Mercy play is like something that people really enjoy watching. So instead of doing free cam, I'm using Valkyrie, right? Because Mercy is going to be surveying the health of their attacking team. So yeah, like Mercy's going to be looking to where you want to go, and it's interesting to see Mercy play in Valkyrie. It's like you get to see the priority on the healing, where all the teams are. Then from there, I can switch to someone interesting. Again, I think Majesty is going to be strong here. Has the Transcendence ready to go. And just watching for flankers, the right clicks from the Zenyatta are really fun to catch if you do get some kills here. So let's back it up. Let's do 20 seconds, actually.
That's a contest.
To Far.
But that energy is instantly gone, as with the help of Akawa, they are able to clean them up, and this fight
This is rough here.
mostly going
I get the
way
stick,
of
then I switch to
Goat.
Akawa.
Pulse Bomb with the follow-up damage
I should have
onto
just
Ace
sat
of
on
Spades will clean
Sit a
them
little
up.
bit.
Again, though, the Goat.
So here, right, we have the dive tank sitting on the point here. I switched to Hedan.
No ultimates that
Oh,
they
sorry,
really have to
Majesty.
contest with, and they are sitting pretty now. They've got both support ultimates along with the self-destruct.
So the tank's taking up position on the point. So let's watch the back line.
Akawa, but now he's got his eyes on Sit.
Oh,
Up into the
there
air,
I
goes to
probably wanted to switch to Tensa and I fat finger it.
From Gator, but it's not going to catch anyone now. Ace of Spades has moved on to
So I switched teams. I hot swapped to switch opposite side.
Guru moving in on Brigitte, trying to contain Akawa.
Oh, it's because Leg Day's talking about it.
But now he's got his eyes on Sit. Up into the air, goes to self-destruct. It's from Gator, but it's not going to catch anyone now. Ace of Spades has moved on to the payload. His hammer's going to be Kingmaker here. Can he hit what he needs?
So when it's chaotic, I free cam it.
He needs to try and get that quick Earth Shatter.
Guru has fallen here, and so the Transcendence will be popped now. From the opposite end, it's Hidan keeping his team topped off while they get the resurrection onto Guru. The Earth Shatter comes out along with the charge. Gator is taken out, but Wavy still alive in the backline, trying his best, but his team is dying around him as the Graviton Surge is used. Last-ditch effort played out as he just wants to get a consolation kill onto that Mercy, but Goat will be stopped just short of third here.
Ace of Spades with the hammer there.
So yeah, so that was okay. Do I like this zoom swap? Perspective swap?
Best, but his team is dying around him as the
To Wavy.
Graviton Surge is used. Last-ditch effort played out as he just wants to get a consolation kill on.
I'm immediately into free cam after he dies. Okay with that. And then I show where would the reinforcing team be coming from?
That Mercy, but Goat will be stopped just short of third here.
Ace of Spades with the hammer there, turning Wavy into a crushed aluminum can instead of the mighty ninja warrior we thought he was when he dropped that blade. And it really came down to Reinhardt being Kingmaker in those close range battles. He just kept swinging and quickly built up the first ultimate available for Karasuno. We talked about was coming out of spawn. They didn't really have anything to try and swing this fight against Goats, but Ace of Spades understood.
So just know that in the swap between the first attacking round and the second attacking round, they have 30 seconds and then in addition another minute. So I'm showing this as much as possible and then kind of killing time before I zoom back out, show the rest of the
his
map.
position in Hidan.
What you could do is show the map score screen at this moment, but I'm okay with taking the audience on a tour.
Yeah, they also have.
long as it's not a T tour.
Brigitte there, and she helps out with the repair along with just the passive healing. And so I that's one regard in which like main tank maybe it's kind of fun to play if you're allowed to swing as a Reinhardt. If there is no opposite Brigitte on the opposite end, then you're just free to swing all day because you have 3 supports just keeping you alive the entire time. Ace of Spades is able to swing that back for his team. So now it's going to be, of course, Karasuno on the offense, but for the defense, it looks like they're just going to go for that dive once again. So no semblance of snipers coming out, and I don't know if that's a wise choice here, especially with how strong Widowmaker and Hanzo can be.
T-Tours is
on
a
point 8 and point
was an
3
emote
though.
for Twitch tours. I think they wanted to like do some kind of special, so they made an emote, but then it was a project that never happened. It was a Twitch project.
Well, if they are going to be playing here, I probably want to see Goats holding up where Akara is at the moment. Try and make sure that every single meter of payload.
So yeah, I have so much time to kill here, right? So I'm taking it pretty slowly. I want to show the hero setup.
He's on for Brigitte, and we know just how important that Brigitte can be. When
And you see the setup. I mean, I kind of do the same thing each time, but because team comps aren't always the same, and it's cool to see where they set up. It'd be fun.
Dive comp like the Diva and the Winston can be shut down the moment
Cool.
they use
Now I'm going to
these
show
rates.
the
They can't
defense on the
be
high ground,
separated.
and right now I'm
Stubborn
I'm pretty much
for a
ready to
second.
go.
The uptime
We have 5
on
seconds left to
Shield
go until they
Bash's
come out.
stun is about 15%, by the way, which is insane for anyone who's coming into
So I
close
want to see
range
far.
with
Snipers
Brigitte
on
back
attack
on.
are fun to watch.
That's like a 5
Oh
seconds.
my
Now Far
god.
already starts it off. Headshot onto
Yep.
match the forcing out that
I think
resurrection.
the rule to go with, or just in general, it's like
Try and contest the point now. Neither of them actually try.
at least the very defensive setups are something for casters to talk about. Yeah. Normally they do when you're there. Like hopefully the casters are talking about defense first, and you're showing the defense first, and the snipers come out or the attack comes out. So imagine I'm trying to think of like some actionable advice for people, and what I'm gonna do is cut up this VOD. I'm gonna of course export it so people can just watch it, but I want to cut it up into kind of like actionable points. I think one thing that I really want to emphasize with people is when you're making swaps, you want to think about switching to perspective of heroes where they would be strong. And I think that's why in a lot of attacks you'll watch, I mean just most of the time you'll watch DPS players, because they're the ones that can instantly change the game like this. So like sniper coming out of attacking of the attack. So it's, if I'm watching the sniper on the attack or the defense, then yeah, that's like, I think that's good rule of thumb.
It's like a 5-6 second cooldown. Far already starts it off. Headshot onto match the force.
So I know Boostio is going to take the running double sniper. So obviously it's like, right now Far is not in a position to make a shot right now. Boostio is probably in a position to make a shot. So I switched to Boostio here.
We'll see Gator and Kawa how well they can rotate this to try and contest the point now. But neither of them actually dropping down. Kawa goes down first. He should
So I'm like
have this
alternating,
jump,
right,
but
between the two.
CC is there.
Like, are they
He gets
making
beaten up
shots?
by
I see Boostio make a
and
hit
it's
kill
such
on
a
Akawa.
difficult proposition to try and play that
So had there been a diva
Winston
at this
Guru, who
point
takes
for
out Wavy,
Karasuno, I would have
Shield
swapped to
Bash
that.
with the follow-up one-shot combo to take him out.
Oh, Waving it was his turn to move on to a payload, and unfortunately Guru knew that as well.
Oh man. Yeah, so I switched to Guru here. They're talking about Guru, but also I see Guru on the kill feed. And I know that the defending team is trying to contest the payload despite the fact they lost Aqua already.
Boostio, and it's such a difficult proposition to try and
See, they're
play
dropping
that
down.
Winston into Guru, who takes out Wavy, the shield bash with the follow-up one-shot combo to take him out.
Oh, Waving it was his turn to move on to a payload, and unfortunately Guru knew that as well. Tensor's awesome under pressure, and Guru's going to claim more lives. Brigitte coming in strong here for Karasuno. Goats set reeling on the back foot. They've been pushed out of their own territory, and now they're going to be basically trying to be the attacking team here rather than defending one, because Karasuno has all the positioning as we move into the marketplace.
You know, in this current pack,
Watch heroes where they're
almost
small,
any
where they're strong,
real
right?
proposition
So
is
let's see the
viable.
flank from a sniper.
Dive not so much when you're going up
He
against
pulls
the
back here.
Brigitte. We're seeing why
We're
Guru
staying
is
on
just
him.
controlling so much space.
Yep, so they're
Takes
contesting.
spades.
We're watching Guru.
we see
Casters
that
are talking about it, and
Kawa instantly takes him out
like,
with charge. He
this is
does
when
fall
Brigitte
for
was
the
just
effort.
stupidly strong.
Tensa, he gets disrupted
My God.
by Guru. He was trying to go for that resurrection. Pulse bomb does not connect, and Guru just playing the front line.
Either snipers or dive tank that might go pressure the roofs are good for dart openings. Yeah, agreed.
Up until the master.
It's just like, where would heroes be strong? That's what I kind of want to say as a general rule. It feels like it
Ace of spades
is
on
high
the
level
flanker
enough
back.
to capture most
Kawa
things.
has returned.
Rip T-Tors. All right, so immediately I was just watching the defending team. They get completely wiped out. I missed it. It's whatever. Free cam it. And check his perspective.
Kawa has returned. A little bit of health available now for Karasuno, and Wavy with the dash resets.
Sometimes there's lag too. If there's a little bit of lag, your inputs won't go right away. I think I fat finger it again. I hit F F11 instead of F12.
Just one dash looking at the line there, very clean, managing to cut through the supports of Karasuno. And now, Karasuno are having a couple of sort of far thought maybe I'll
I really like if a team is like on the payload and they're chilling between rounds, like this is where a right click will happen for Zenyatta, right? It's like they'll peek the corner when they shouldn't. I really want to get a clip of me catching a Zenyatta getting a right click kill. I mean that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Like your Zenyatta is looking for those kind of shots, so that's why. So here's what happens, right? And so they spot this happening. They know it's like this is actually a really good play by Goats. So we start off here. I see all the dive tanks going in. So I switched. Let's see who I switched to. I switched to Wavy. Hey, Aquila, I know he's chasing. Yeah.
Oh no, the hunt. Wavy.
Free cam is a pretty good way to reset yourself as well. Get a mental hold of what's going on in the game so you can stop scrambling around when things are going haywire. Actually, that's a really good point. It's like, it's just as much for you as... Oh, chat. That's when you Control C, by the way, Control Shift C. You'll see it disappear pretty quick. Hopefully. I didn't see it! What? I'm boosted!
The hunt. Wavy, checking out a little brother, or the big brother rather.
Everyone with the gap closed.
All right, I see the attack. They actually still want to push in off this for some reason.
He will fall, but it's another blade coming up from Wavy.
I don't like that. It is a hot swap. I should just hot swap it.
From where? I don't quite see it. It's still underneath the map, actually.
I miss free cam, says Kenobi. Yeah, Dan, you should check out some of the observing that we've been watching for contenders. Yeah, say that.
Strike that gets caught by Ace of Spades, takes no damage whatsoever. Transcendence answered by Magic.
These maps are so fucking pretty, especially this color. Yeah, bro. Dude, yeah, just get used to watching. Gotta watch this up here. Unfortunately.
Majesty now as they counter engage. Akawa pushes in. Wavy now with the dashes. Ace of Spades.
Oh god.
Up by Ace of Spades, takes no damage whatsoever.
This is so I'm trying to zoom around because I see the attackers moving in. I actually anticipate the attackers kind of winning here. That's why I set up behind them. If I was like the defenders are pretty much going to roll them, I'd be here, looking this way. Okay, but instead I'm like, oh, these guys are going to win. They're going to push in this way. Watch why I set up this camera like this. So I'm getting behind them so that they can push in. And then you can see I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a little bit cramped here. Like they're gonna have to fall back this way or this way. Either way, I don't get a good shot, so I'm pretty boned at this point.
Wavy now with the dash.
And I switched to Ace of Spades for some reason, because I'm like, he's gonna Earth Shatter maybe. Yeah, so then let's see how I handle it.
Will be the first one to fall as
I switched to Guru.
The follow-up kill for Goat as they can.
So I swapped to try to. This is where you throw your hands up and say, "Oh, FFS." Well, one goddamn prediction I make actually happen. Oh my god, I loved Jason's tweet. He was like, "Observing should be a choose your own adventure. Who do you spectate?" And then he replied with like basically what happens if you've ever tried to observe. So I'll attempt to explain myself here. I watched Ace of Spades. I'm waiting for him to Earth Shatter because this might actually be a good moment for him to do so. Yeah, he could. The bubble's dead. He could immediately Earth Shatter here and kill this. And then for some reason I swapped to Guru instead of being like, they lost their Rhine. They're gonna die versus these dive tanks.
Now with the dashes, Ace of Spades will be the first.
So I watched Guru, and then I'm like, okay, clearly already Goats are winning now. So I'm like, all right, who's gonna be diving in and cleaning up? Let's go to Wavy. I didn't see that he just died.
The follow-up kill for Goat.
Okay.
Goat as they continue on this very aggressive defense.
What am I doing?
He's got his eyes on the Zenyatta. Hidan pushed up into a corner and taught a lesson by the scientist. And Guru stuck as well. Sit, a little bit of a parting gift and express delivery. You know, Tracer, she doesn't get paid too much now that Overwatch has been shut down. Delivery
Do I switch to Majesty here? I want to see some Zenyatta. Come on. Hey, there we go.
It's a difficult life, right? Try to play as a freelancer.
It
when your
is,
skill set is very specific. Hey, I go really.
So I'm staying here. Let's see here. 2 things that I could do. Could watch the attack, which I probably should. But I think Wave is going to pop off. Let's see how it goes.
Fast and I can time travel.
I think I probably switch here.
Alright, so
Oh, nope. Nope.
oh, another
Hey.
instantly it's Brock King
Ah.
to go down.
Wait.
And Guru just hasn't had Wavy's numbers for quite some
That's
time
actually a really good
now.
fight. You initiate there. You try to stop him.
The time is just ticking away for Karasuno.
Rip.
They
Earth
have
Shatter.
35 seconds and the payload has
It's like, all right, we're going to go past choke point. I'm going to Earth Shatter. Oh, he's blading. Oh, okay, I'm dead. All right.
pushed
GG.
all the way back to the choke point.
You know, with the changes to the cooldown on Revita's shield bash,
Majesty?
the way that you play against it really reminds me of
Recam here?
how you used to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
against
I was like,
it.
all right, let's watch it. If they're going to have any chance, it's now. They all they have to worry about is the support ultimate that we have. Oh, it's not even at Transcendence right now. Yeah, they have Rally, Earth Shatter. Now's their time.
Your full-fledged engagement after you've been able to do that. But now Guru coming in with a Rally, Hidan's going to be incredibly hardy to move against now when he's already got himself pretty much as close as you can get to that Transcendence.
And where would Heroes be strong? I haven't watched Hidan in a while. Through choke points, his team is making space up front. So watch Zenyatta.
Transcendence.
It's not a perfect way to do it. I enjoy watching. I think Zenyatta play, really good Zenyatta play, is super fun to watch because you're seeing like exactly where they're anticipating flanks to be coming from.
Armor might not mean much if the self-destruct connects. Never mind, they're able to dodge out. Transcendence is used by Hidan as Far finally takes down.
Do I go to Ace of Spades here after this?
C5
Yep.
as they try to push
I'm like,
forward.
dude, when are you gonna Earth Shatter, bro?
Majesty now is the counter engage and Wavy's able to dash upon Guru. Earth Shatter is used by Ace of Spades, but Gator is just being pocketed this entire time. Brock King is able to get away with that resurrection. Is just being pocketed.
Why do I
super
switch
dash
to
upon
Far
Guru.
here?
Transcendence answered by Majesty now is the counter engage and
So I see Far like in the back line. They're pushing in. Let's see if Far is popping off.
Wavy's able to dash upon Guru. Earth Shatter is used by Ace of Spades, but Gator
I switched back because I want to see the result of Earth Shatter. I have no idea how big it is, so I go back. Like, this is a bit of a T-Tours. I could see Far die, but maybe Ace of Spades wipe the team. So I made the call. I'd rather watch this than watch the conclusion of Far.
This entire time, Brock King is able to get away with that resurrection onto Guru, and so
Guru here? Do I switch to Guru?
Rosano
Yep.
will actually keep this alive. It's just sit here in overtime, try to delay for as long
Yep.
as he can, but it's the lone.
And especially when a support can hang out in the backline a little bit more, you see where the attackers are, and then the defenders come in as well. So I just think Zenyatta is a great perspective in general for when you have like these lulls in there's setup happening.
Lone Tracer is forced to back away. Karasuno will somehow keep this alive.
Oh, oh
so
God!
Karasuno will somehow keep this
I
alive.
mean,
Somehow keep this alive.
that's actually pretty
Tracer
sick.
is forced to back away. Karasuno will somehow keep this alive.
That's pretty sick from Guru. But you kind of know that they have to contest here, so you just anticipate shield bash it. Let's watch that one more time.
But it's the Lone Tracer is forced to back away. Karasuno will somehow keep this alive.
Oh, sick. You tried so hard and got so far.
Oh man.
But in the end,
Not really far, actually. Just about 10 meters, which is
Yeah.
about his dash there.
Brigida adding a little bit of flail to his skull and unfortunately didn't survive long. Ace of Spades is however going to forgo his ultimate here. Doesn't want to use that. Shannon knows just how valuable.
So I'll like third person to show
Adding
heroes.
a little bit of flail to his skull and unfortunately didn't survive long. Ace of Spades is however going to forgo.
Dan, does this happen to you in your build internally? Recently, it's been really bad. When I press spacebar, it'll blip in and out of third person.
Adding
Watch
a
this.
little
When I
bit of
first do
flail
it,
to his
it'll blip
skull
in and out for a split
unfortunately
second.
didn't
See
survive
that?
long.
Right
Ace
there?
of Spades is however Ace of survive long. Ace of
Right
Spades
there?
is however going to forgo his ultimate here.
Okay, where is it?
Unfortunately, didn't
Right there?
survive long. Ace of Spades is however going to
So annoying.
forgo his ultimate here. Doesn't want to use that. Shannon knows just how valuable.
On certain maps, why does it matter? Why does it? It's so annoying. It's actually gotten worse. I've like resorted to like pressing and holding it down sometimes.
That high ground superiority is. Himself and Guru going to forgo the Regita as well. It's now the double dive tank. Far's under a little bit of pressure here from Gator. And Akawa's going to be moving up against Ace of Spades. The Discord orb is there. Can't be removed apart from that way.
All right, Wavy.
Wavy with another blade. Ace of
The
Spades
quick swap. It's better that way, just a hot swap.
Shimada. Oh, Genji once again, just like the cinematic, coming out on top there. So once again, this dive defense, whenever
who's gonna win?
Has that blade, they're so good
Nice.
about the engagement. It's a little bit telegraphed, but the's no answer.
Yep,
on the
I have free cam
outside
now.
for
Okay,
us.
where's the
Trying to
attackers
really
coming in?
deal
They're
with
going to be going back in, obviously. So, see, so check this out here. I personally really like this because I know that we will see the payload. We're going to see the attacking team. We're going to see the defense setup. And I'm at a height where you can see if they're coming from the high ground or not. So see here now, okay, what do they have? They can still get to the high ground if they want. Let's see if I leave it in this perspective or if I zoom over to the attackers.
For them to do so, and Sonic Arrow now being thrown out by far.
This is like, I think this is great, right? They're pushing the payload. You see they're actually taking the low ground. We have some people on the high ground. You can see everything that's happening.
Making sure that he knows there's no surprises waiting as they move in here. And already, here comes the engagement. Akawa's under huge pressure and is forced to pop that primal rage. But Hidan, once again, removed incredibly quickly by City. He's done that twice in a row now.
Now, they are trying to pocket far on the opposite end with that Mercy, which is kind
Do I
of
free
why
cam
there's
here?
a little bit of a disconnect between Proc
Yeah,
and
because I want to see. So he had just taken a lot of damage. Or basically, he's pulling back. So now the attackers are ready to go back and push him. So I zoom out a bit and go back in perspective.
And with that Mercy,
That's unfortunate. He hits that wall there.
pocket far on the opposite end with that Mercy, which is kind of why there's like a little bit of a disconnect between Proc King and Hidan. As this fight continues on, Dragon Strike has been used.
So there I'm anticipating that he uses the Dragon Strike because he had it and they're ready to push back, right? He just uses cooldown to retreat. It's going to be tough for him to get to safety.
Used here to no avail. Guru does get demeched, but Wavy now.
I could have stayed on far
Doesn't have a
there.
Dash reset. He has to be careful. Backs away. It sits once again, going unanswered on this Tracer, taking out Ace of Spades. And this dive defense coming out from GOAT have just left Karasuno completely just off guard. They have no idea how to respond to this.
It's formulaic from GOAT on the defense first.
Zenyatta play! I do this all the time. I see again because until I'm watching this back through again, I'm trying to reason back. It's like I haven't written these rules down in my brain, so I'm okay with this.
Spades. Make sure a Frog King is concentrating on the front line because they're taking so much damage from Wavy and Majesty. And then
This is almost like a sniper, right? Where Zenyatta wants position. Like Zenyatta wants to see what we want to see. He wants to see the objective. He wants to see his team. He wants to see the other team because you got to orb your Discord and orb your Harmony. So.
And then it's all downhill from there for Karasuno.
Hidan is going to be the first one to fall once again.
That's a fat
Wavy
finger
now
there, no?
with the blade. Hasn't found a kill quite yet, but there we go. Finally picks up Frocking, who was in the middle of that res. Hidan is brought back, and he tries to transcend us back into this, but they just simply don't have the numbers. Now it's 5 seconds remaining. We're about to hit into overtime. Wavy's able to just barely get away with his life, but it's just Guru along with Ace of Spades. Never mind, just Guru now trying his best, but he gets demexed. Frocking is back with Far, but they don't have much left. Here comes the self-destruct, and that will be it. That is a huge hold coming out.
So at the end here, I could have gone into free cam again. That looks sloppy, but the zoom out into free cam. But I want to show the perspective. We're already our overtime. I should have already been back here to see it. Point.
Self-destruct blowing Far into a million pieces, looking like a cheap ravioli now rather than a.
But again, important objective. Where would the enemy team be coming from? And so then this is sometimes where on our contenders videos, they'll be like the camera will be here looking this way. And so all the stuff behind you, it's just like, oh, we don't know if they're actually going to jump back on point. Like, let's build anticipation by gameplay, not misinformation. Oh, it's like not lack of information. So again, anyways, important. We see our objective here. Our reinforcing team would be coming out this way. So we want to be able to see all the action.
Regita, and that will be Goats claiming Dorado.
So we're all knotted up.
Evened up the,
And basically, the reason why we didn't change it is because I think we had changed lobbies twice, and we were just like, we don't want to keep these guys waiting. They've already been playing. It's gonna be a long day ahead of them. Like, all right, let's
Yeah,
It was the bug that they couldn't change the team names.
Yep. We are down to basically just a best of 3 already, and you know these last 2 maps.
Let's see here. What else do we got? Let's watch some Assault.
On Ilya.
Ever halftime. I'm getting kind of tired.
Weren't
Awkward for them, or
I feel like how aggressive he is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Coming from. You can plan out his cooldowns and use them effectively to make sure whenever someone gets to go for
on the massive healing coming out from Sit, Tensa along with it, coming out. Have the Lucio more and
Yeah, so I
more
come in again.
CC with the Brigitte.
Bring
Sit
down
currently hovering
audio,
over, and they do
bring
have the
down music,
Lucio Moira.
bring up
So they have
in-game.
the raw healing output coming out, the passive healing coming out from Sit.
Spicy chat.
Tensa
Well, it's
along the
goats, so
match.
it's,
They
you know
can
chat's going to be
just
spicy.
really out-support them.
So I come in again at around, this time I came a little bit later than usual, 20 seconds left to go. I made sure health bars are in, and hopefully I checked third person already. So we're going to check out this defense, and then we're going to check out the offense, and we're going to free cam over there. I like drawing on the screen, that's why I keep doing this. Then we're going to zoom over later on at about 5 seconds or so.
Them at this juncture on the opposite end for the defense. They're running that solo heal composition, right?
So I want to see like, oh, they're starting to make some movements. Let's go and check it out. He's up there.
Composition, right? Where they have
Sonic Arrow.
On the Zenyatta and Frog King on the Mercy. So this is not that much healing as opposed to the opposite end.
Yeah, Majesty is going to be able to push out a huge amount so long as Ghosts decide to stick together, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Lucio boost here. So whenever a team has Lucio and they're speeding to the point, it's just like, yeah, just use Lucio. Like, how many times do we see Lucio in this meta anyways? Unless it's South America on attack.
Huge amount so long as Ghosts decide to stick together, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Tensa gave them the speed boost, and now they have the positioning on the point. Karasuno going to have to jump
Alright,
to get on
and so, here, again, watch the hero, so listen to your casters, but also watch the hero that's going to be strong. In goats. Oh my god, wait. This is goats before it was goats. So they ran goats in open division. Huh, that's cool. Hey, we were the first people to see goats. Come on, guys. Let's check it out. This is cool. Cool stuff. Okay. So Brigitte is going to be the anti-dive, right? If they're going to try to move back into the point, we're going to look for the shield bashes. Check out Wavy. I want to see the energy. I make a lot of swaps here.
Guru isn't able to make it onto the point. He actually
But
gets
just like, oh god, this
the
is.
charge comes in. Wavy with the follow-up. Ace of Spades has gone down.
They're like, what are they running? What is that?
And it's gonna be point A going on over, and now they're gonna get all these staggered kills as they're hunting them down.
They're leaving far.
There's nothing chat likes more. Chat loves watching Mercy die during Resurrection. Only second to Zarya at high charge.
Ace of Spades, he's only just respawned. What's going on, guys? They're knocking on the door. They've already got themselves a tick.
One tick already going
Got
over.
the rally
As
again.
Ace of Spades falls. Guru will be the next, and Hedon is just
Brigitte when it's
Transcendent.
brawly.
They'll be able to get the resurrection up.
Oh
No, they're not.
my
Frog King
god.
gets interrupted by that charge coming out from Makawa, and
So during this whole time, I'm watching ultimates. So just watch my switches here. Let's go back 20 seconds to before. So they finish up this.
Hedon answers back, but it's still a 2-for-1. Guru has now fallen, and it's gonna be point A going on over, and now they're gonna get all these staggered kills as they're hunting them down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want Lucio. I thought Lucio was gonna be there to speed boost them in. That was a huge stagger on the Frost King. So anyways, yeah. So in the transition, we're watching Lucio. Right? Now watch his ultimates here. So I know Gator has that. He's gonna close the distances. So we changed to sit during the brawl. I know Aqua has the. I'm honestly watching here. Then I realize Aqua has the Earth Shatter, and just happened to catch it. I get really it's really. I don't want to say lucky. Like we knew that was gonna happen. Oh, okay. So now for here. So I'm in a free cam because I'm like, oh, okay, visual bug, amazing. Again, this visual bug from Moira also still around and has gotten worse since Moira's release. But there, what I see other observers doing actually is going to third person. So that's an option, but Moira is also dropping back off the end of the point here. So I want to use my free cam to get back onto it to catch the And I want to watch these reinforcements coming in here. And so Moira's going to hug this corner really tight so that the angle is really hard so that the coalescence, so she's not in danger, and the coalescence will go onto the point, right? So we're not going to see the defenders coming back in. So I free cam it. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Snowball in the favor of Goats here. Graviton Surge just to keep Ace of Spades off the point, but they have to clean up Guru next. This is just all going downhill.
See, I'm keeping plenty of space to see in case they drop back a little bit, but we're able to see both sides. All right, again, don't be here looking this way. Please.
Downhill for Karasuno, and Goat will be able to capture it with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left on the clock.
That's pretty nutty.
That was a massacre, Jameson. It was a very sad sight. Singer Thorking come out with the Valkyrie, but there was no one there to heal. Just menacingly waggling your staff at everyone. And that was incredible.
Let's listen to the setup.
That might be the fastest I've ever seen.
And I want to show you guys what I'm doing between maps too.
In a competitive environment.
This is great too. After.
They were just so passive there.
All right, I'm looking at this a little too much. I didn't notice the little butterflies.
Because a lot of times when you see that Lucio speed boost in with the Slambulance, you just kind of, hit that wave.
See, this is before we knew it was Goats. You called it Slambulance.
Across the rocks, right? You just run into the opposing team. Instead, they completely bypassed them and ran straight onto the point. And then from there, they had no clue actually how to play that. How do we go for this retake when it's a full 6v6? What do we do?
What am I doing?
Every time someone try to even
okay.
toe onto the point.
So again, after the swap here, I know the defenders come out after 30 seconds. So I'm kind of doing a little tour, and then we're gonna catch the defenders as they come out of spawn.
You saw that, they had the Brigitte there along with the Reinhardt just to keep them zoned off and away, and slowly they were accruing the advantage. 1 tick goes over, 2 ticks go
We're
over.
discovering
Next
Goats.
thing you know, they've lost the member.
Saw it here first.
And now it's already time for point B.
And Akawa there really opened that one up by getting the perfect charge onto Ace of Spades. Knew exactly when he was going to be dipping in to try and make sure that the progress wasn't so fast on the accruing of the capture. And he managed to pin him not only into a wall, but he also managed to pin him into a corner where his healers couldn't get to him and where Far couldn't shield him either. And after that, Karasuno, when they came in, they didn't have a shield to try and protect
This is where it's really
him.
nice to have a
That meant
controller.
that, when they came in, they were taking damage from so many sources.
Whenever you have a chance to show Torbjorn setting up, I take that.
To go in, but then Goats captured a point, and 4 of them were still there. They were left in with us, so that by the time they had respawned after cleanup kills, which took a significantly long time to do because Goats knew they could stagger them out. Is it Tensor had
Check out the
speed
spray.
boost. He used his speed boost, and everyone was on the point.
I just love, like, this is one of my favorite parts about observing. There's so much storytelling you can do.
Yeah, one of the worst people to actually get caught
From your,
in that stagger.
maybe storytelling is not the right word, but anyways.
And so once they were able to snowball their way onto point
There, I would
there
prefer
was
to
no
have
healing whatsoever for the tank
go
line
back for
of,
this. Prefer to have gone around the back.
Karasuno, their way onto point B. There was on that Mercy.
Back
And
behind
so
here,
once they
follow
were
that
able to snowball their
perspective.
way onto that stagger.
Let's play it here.
Fucking on that Mercy. And so
I should have. I'm lazy here. I should follow my free cam so it's back behind them and then zoom in onto somebody's perspective. Here, I just clip through the wall.
Mercy. And so once they were able to snowball their way onto point B, there was no healing whatsoever for the tank line of Karasuno.
So what am I thinking of right now? As this rolls out, I see like Death Ball plus Sniper. So I'm like, if anyone's gonna make a play from the attack, it's gonna be Boostio. So he wins or he dies, right? Or he has to like pull back, and then we're gonna see where the defense is actually set up, and we're gonna see when Boostio sees the turret.
There was no healing whatsoever for
So I want to see Boostio.
of Karasuno.
I know he's gonna climb up here.
On the defense here.
So he didn't charge that. Okay.
Karasuno are trying to push in. They're gonna run their own composition. It's a double tank, triple tank coming out as Boostio was the sole.
See who watch the hero where they're strong. Boostio on this Hanzo. It's gonna want high ground. It's gonna want to see the other team. They're gonna clear out the defenses, right? So yeah, now he's gonna sit on this flank. I'm probably setting Boostio here for a little while.
The Torbjorn turret. That's out.
All right.
Oh
God. Reinhardt's dead, so I might swap here. Let's see.
Tank is gone.
See, the triple tank, I don't like it so much here with the Mercies and Yards, where I feel like...
Then, let's go and check out basically what the team's gonna do with the Mercy, I guess. I'm fine with that, with them pulling back, and then we'll cut back to Boostio because he's still behind enemy lines right now, and now we're gonna catch the 1v1.
means that they're taking so much damage as they come in, and Sit and Wavy are just feasting here. They can remove Ace of Spades shield in record time, and Gator will throw out an amazing amount of DPS, because not only do you have that level 2 tower DPS being thrown into the shield, but you can also just throw out
Talking about Gator, and why not? Let's go see where the next turret's set up. We see it
Yeah, the Rivet Gun.
right here. The turret is right there,
So
so
much damage, especially if you just use that right click straight into the shield. Even though they're running their triple take, this is weird because generally the D.Va and Zarya don't work that well together. They're able to deal with
where are they
Gator's
strong, right?
turret,
So I switched to Sit here because they have the shields coming in. I want to see them take down the shields as Karasuno tries to move towards point.
but with the slow way that they're moving, he's gonna be able to step on
And then again, I'm expecting Boostio to do some work. So he's on the flank. Let's go to him.
up another one in time as they're making their way to the backside of the point here. Boostio
Oh!
Gator's turret, and we'll find a follow-up kill onto Sit. So
That
now
was
there is
sick.
a huge window of opportunity for the offense as they push forward.
I value there. Gator not allowed to build up that again. Ace of Spades is caught in a corner now. Can't move into that dragon, but he is managing somehow to avoid the storm.
Is he getting no regs there?
Time. Ace of Spades. He's got. Can't move into that dragon, but he is
Oh, he's getting
somehow
hits.
to avoid the storm bow, and now it's brawling time. Ace of Spades. He's got his hammer out and he's got a bone to pick.
Gator and Akawa gone. Wavy will fall next.
Yeah. That's probably like an impulse switch, but I do like Zenyatta when he's in the middle of his team while the team is winning.
Because their entire push.
Their entire push,
They already have a time bank disadvantage. So now
Where are they
Karasuno,
strong, right?
they need to
Where
put
watch the
pedal-
heroes where they're strong. Boostio is pushing up ahead. They're not in a position where they're behind the tanks. They actually they switched off of the Orisa, so we might see Gator jump in, able to get a pick. And where are they strong? I don't care about where the rest of these people are doing, right? They're gonna be running towards point. We saw Boostio head towards point B. Let's watch him.
They already have a time bank disadvantage, so now Karasuno, they need to put the pedal to the metal, and Boostio's going to do
Jeez.
just that twice in a row now. Sit has just caught one of those arrows in his face. Right now you can play catch, son.
Boostio, he's got his
Free came it?
dragon. Here it comes
I wanna
on
see where it's
now.
going.
Transcendence is answered. There's the Graviton surge,
Ooh.
but no one was caught in it whatsoever. From the
So I hear the tire come
spawn,
out,
here
I
comes
switched to
Riptide.
it. That's why I was
Akawa
sitting in
has
free camp for a
fallen.
little bit.
Nothing comes of that tire now.
But
One
the team still looks like it's winning, so
over.
I'm on him right now.
Karasuno, they use that Earth Shatter Ace of Spades with a follow-up charge on. They push forward. Karasuno, they use that tire now.
I probably didn't need to
One
switch
already
perspectives
going
there.
over. They push forward. Karasuno, they use that Earth Shatter Ace of Spades with a follow-up charge onto Wavy. Now,
Here I should free
neither
camp.
team really able to defend here on Hanamura as they're able to get the second point.
Boostio, he's had enough of this nonsense. He's not going to be dealing with this any longer. He's got the storm bow out, and that's a full capture from Karasuno.
So I swapped to Boostio there because of the ultimate. I remember watching this and being like, that was fast, but it was still a minute slower than Goats.
It's 11 minutes and 59 seconds left in the time bank as we move into round 2 of Hanamura.
You don't get to see that often where it's the Hanzo that runs in to try and body block a D.Va of all people here on Hanamura. He's like, no, this is my shrine. You get out.
Well,
yeah.
he's just being territorial of his ancestral home. The Shimada clan are very picky about who they let in.
Yet they have to break themselves in, Genji.
So right now, when you roll out from spawn
so now
on
we've got
slow,
extra innings here
like
on
and
Hanamura.
holding
It looks
slow,
like we're possibly slated for
eventually they'll actually be able to catch up because their move speed is faster than you on slow. But then the camera on non-slow is faster, so sometimes I'll just keep going along the pathway and let them come in through the foreground and head like that. Oh, that looks bad.
But neither
Look
of
at my
these
drawings.
teams has learned a thing, it would appear. Goats
And this is kind of for comedy here. He sets up the turret again, so I go for the same shot.
I think Mushu might be pranking us right now, because this may well be an instant replay. Both of them have actually gained time on their attacks, now from starting off for 4 minutes.
Yeah, as he says instant replay, I go for the same shot that I remember doing.
But Goats have had
Okay.
a far stronger first point defense, so that may well be where their bread is buttered as we move into Hanamura.
Yeah, Gator's just like, there's no way they expect a Torb for the second time, so we're gonna run it again.
Nobody expects for Tokyo.
Run it again.
Oh, we'll see if it works out. It's in the exact same position that it was last time, but with their approach, Boostio
This
now,
honestly felt like a
so
replay.
careful, he does have the pocket of his mercy.
He's gonna jump over behind it, and then D.Va's there to help squash it out. They finally get the rotation correctly. So it's like, okay, Boostio now is in a spot of power here. So right now I'm wondering, Karasuna, where's the rest of the rotation going? But I'm gonna watch this still. And now I'm looking at the corner of my screen. Yep, I'm looking for the rotation here. Boostio gets taken out, so I switch to Hiden, who's gonna be with the team. Now let's check out the front line. I'm looking at the top bar. I don't really see anything. Where's Boostio? We check on him. Okay, well he's not in a good spot. It's a little bit of a T-Tors, but he could be in a position to where he gets the flank out. Let's check in Boostio again soon. Yep, perfect. So like we see the front line, we know that they're chilling. We want to see the person getting the kills. Ooh. Sidestepping it. Yeah, I want to see the front line here. They have that ultimate. That is big. Big charge kill.
Wavy's gonna try his best to hold on, but the hammer is just too much for that.
So this is, you guys see, this is actually, I think this is a really good. I'm happy with how this went. My decisions, given the information that I knew. Sometimes it bugs out. I need to play it. Let's talk through the whole attack again.
Yeah, Gator's just like, there's no way they expect a Torb for the second time, so we're gonna run it again.
Nobody expects for Tokyo.
I'm gonna watch it again.
We'll see if it works out.
We're gonna watch who has the power. It's a sniper who can get to the high ground easily. We're gonna see the team moving through. Can they deal with the turret? They deal with the turret. Team gets by successfully. The team is now rotating behind. I gotta know that, but I'm still watching Boostio. He's gonna deal with the turret again, possibly. Right now, I'm wondering that the team by now has rotated towards the point. I happen to switch away from him right before he dies, anyways. I'm gonna watch Hiden. We see them moving onto the point. They're moving to the point. The front line. Boostio should be rotating into a position where he can get damage. He's not right now. He's still getting health. So we're looking back at the front line. Now we're back into Boostio because we expect him to be in a position where he can put damage onto these shields. He is indeed. He's working on the turret. He ends up taking out Sip. Goes to the high ground here. He's rotating around the back outside. He's looking towards the point because he's got to clear out the point to help his team out so that they can win. But now we're looking at the front line. The Dragon's already passed. And so it happens to have the Earth Shatter. So we move towards the front line. We're just gonna watch Ace of Spades clean up because nothing like watching a Reinhardt just being able to swing the hammer.
And still, neither team really able to put up a reliable defense on point A.
We're expecting Boostio to move forward again here. Oh, I'm queuing up the replay. I want to show this again because that was a nutty Earth Shatter. It was great. We have the PIP.
Hitting the face, just load of sploosh there, and now goats.
But they had to wait for the team. They don't have a Lucio or anything. Yep, I'm going to Boostio. I know he's pushing forward. He pulls the same play. They see him there. That's great. We catch that. Now he's checking the close side. He knows that they're counterplaying. Dive tanks are on him here. So now where's the rest of the team here? I do see them now. They're moving towards the point. So I might switch to Hiden or something. Yep, Guru is clearing the point. They back up. I know that they're going to be pulling back. So right now it's just going to be poke coming in. Yep, and I'm expecting Zenyatta to be poking down the center here, but they're getting pushed in on now.
You stole the words right out of my brain, Jameson. Boostio, his hands.
It's not better to do a free cam with the points being capped. Yeah, no, you're right. I agree with that actually. Yeah, I could have free cammed during that time. Get ready to follow them like you do out of spawn. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely a better call.
Sits number this entire time. I think he's been killed.
So they cover the spawn. Okay, and at this point, I'm wondering where the team is going to be pushing in. Watch some more Zenyatta. We get to see the rest of the team. We might be able to catch a pick. They're going to push main. Oh, I switched to Wavy because I'm expecting the Dragon at some point. I see the combo ready to go. But the combo comes at the other way. I'm free camming because it's just chaotic right now. I don't know what's going to happen. We watch the attacking team because they're moving on.
Majesty just kind of wondering where
Transcendence here.
Where are all my tanks? Well, Sit is going to be the next one to fall. We do have the swap off the Ana. Is it going to be enough? Tensa drop low.
Yeah, when the team is in a forward position like that, I like to watch someone who's in our the back line of the attackers. So that's why I'm looking at Hiden. High charge Zarya.
Drilling damage into the tanks. Gator
nice flash of the shield there. That's nice.
Blocked by Ace of Spades. And now, still, neither team really.
What is up, Panda?
Here.
No, it's a good call, Jen. Yeah, 100%.
51 seconds left.
And at that point, it's kind of your call. I could have watched Guru. I could have watched Hiden, Ace of Spades. Boostio wasn't back in time. Again, unfortunate. This is what's going to happen in solo observing. Like he was on Widowmaker. Had the Widowmaker been on the high ground there, it would have been a great person to catch.
He managed to catch a bunch
Rip
of headshots from
far from
Majesty,
Sky
just to
Foxes. I
highlight
know.
there
I really like
how
Far.
active Zenyatta was and bringing up a potential defense by getting the
He was released from the team.
Widowmaker, which is a little bit of a role reversal.
I don't know if he left or was released. Yeah, he left.
with the resurrection.
So watch this. I should be following it slow. I think I just follow the path here, and I'm holding slow.
So it looks like, yeah.
So we're gonna see them come out from this side, going forward.
To get 4 points there, so
Yeah, see this? I just love this shot. I think it's kind of cool.
3 minutes now.
Then I'll just follow the same path. We'll see the rest of the team coming in too.
Same success for the GOAT's second offense. Majesty just floating over Symmetra.
Panda, this was the first time we saw goats. They ran goats on their attack, and we called it death. We just called it death ball. No, what was it?
Not only that, but mechanized turrets.
Quad
You know
tank.
what, that
I
turret's
forget.
sentient as well. Can differentiate between friend and foe, which is an impressive amount of AI for a mammalian species we didn't consider sentient. Quite impressive.
Probably just red pixel botting.
Oh yeah.
Seeing where the defense is setting up here. Now we're gonna turn towards. See Boostio way back there. I'm like, it's not worth. Let's just go ahead and zoom in. I'm anticipating them coming around this side again, and they do. So we come in. Slambulance, that's what we called it.
Coming out on a Brigitte, the melee DPS composition.
So they're not able to just. They're still gonna go straight onto the point though. Akawa swinging with the best.
I miss Slambulance.
You have to be careful. The shield bash does.
I wanted it to be called Meatball.
Gap in your defenses there.
Tensa on his yeah. So like there's environmental kill opportunities here. Brigitte up close is going to be always in the action.
No longer there to provide that passive healing. Already the first strike coming out from Boostio. But it's the man advantage coming out for the GOAT here. It looks like they're going to take point A just as quickly as they had in the first round.
With Brig as the grill of the trap. Actually though. Yeah, so Sit was popping off, so I do a little. This is me acknowledging that they popped off. Is this too corny? Dan, what do you think? Too corny? The little third person and the whip around to see the front.
Highlight play that was very interesting to me. Far had so much energy, but Tensa and Gator, between the two of them, they got a first boop to get him near the edge, and then Gator finished that one off with.
I'm expecting coalescence here. Ready for visual bug? Yeah. Oh. Yep. I switch away from it, not on purpose, but I see Moira in the back line.
Coalescence gonna be used to keep him topped off.
This was nutty.
Akawa able to swing onto Ace of Spades. 2 members already gone down for Karasuno. Earthshatter is used, doesn't really connect, but still, it's just about putting the fear in the opposing team now. Guru's gonna push forward with that rally, but not too many people are actually.
Yeah, I know Gator's gonna be able to clean up better than Reinhardt running around with it. I should honestly be free cam at this point.
Falls once again to a call, but it's Ace of Spades coming back. 4-man Earthshatter. Graviton surges from both sides. They don't have the follow-up, and so
why am I so close?
Ace of Spades just asking, team?
Team, where are you? Apparently we're all stuck in another Graviton surge because it was Wavy with the defensive one, trying to put everyone in the corner, but no one puts Goats in the corner. They're going to come straight back at you, Gator. Hunting down Boostio, and they're hunting down 4 points as well. Still, they've gained time. They have 4 minutes, and they are up a minute. Or rather, they have 4 points, and they are up a minute. This is also Karasuno's choice of map. You thought you were good at Hanamura. Let me educate you.
I mean, okay, so in their defense on each side has gotten 30 seconds better, right? Because you get that
quick math.
They're learning, Jameson, they're learning.
Slowly, eventually they'll have a full hold. I don't know if it's gonna be today, but eventually. But yeah, the first push out from GOAT.
Again, I'm rolling out slow. Same thing as usual. Let's just.
It took them 2 minutes.
We're having some fun.
So,
oh, okay. What's up?
Improvement. And
this is just me having fun at this point.
I mean, no Torbjorn.
Do I third person? Yep. Hi, it's a May, guys. Check it out.
Ace of Spades actually caught Guru, so there must have been a call out like, okay, no more defense.
This is the last map that I review.
The Brigitte goes in, gets the charge, smushes her against the wall, slimming a nice little modern art project in its place. And
I love that the sprays, I think.
Defense they have forgone for Torbjorn, but they've come up with something a little bit more cold-hearted.
Cold-hearted, or would you say cultured? I mean, May is a beautiful character. She offers a lot of utility, a lot more utility than the Torbjorn does. And you know what? I like this because May has been a strong character on Hanamura for a really long time now. It was just with the
getting caught dive on random thing. What am I doing?
But when you're seeing a lot
I want to watch the May.
You want to do this play. He is setting up for the wall right now. He's waiting for the Reinhardt to cross that threshold, and then the wall comes up.
You can also just wall Boostio in potentially as well. And Hadan's already down, everyone caught in a little bit of a meat grinder there. Akawa staying nice and safe behind the shield, and Sit will be as well. Gator's taken out with the stun, and of course you cannot use.
So I switched to Sit here. Did they talk about Sit? Or am I just like, it's a brawl right now, Junkrat up close?
In a little bit of a meat grinder there, Akawa staying nice and safe behind the shield, and Sit will be as well. Gator's taken out with the stun, and of course
I switched because it's Junkrat on defense after the Reinhardt's taken out.
They're brawling this one out, and they've taken out all 3 of Goat's DPS. What looked like a fantastic engagement from them.
I would like to, I wish I free cam here a little bit more, see them. Alright, now we're going to watch the attack, I guess. Yeah, I take the opportunity to go on the attack.
Just isolate out Ace of Spades. That would have been a huge boon to their defense, but with everyone else just able to make it through that crack in the wall.
We talked about the meat grinder, and he's definitely one mincing the beef IMO.
Really should have survived. But point A
looks so similar.
over.
Busio.
So now we'll see. Point B defense. Can anyone hold on to?
Why am I watching Guru?
Was isolate an on-purpose pun? If so, I actually.
Isolate is the best pun.
I wish I were that clever.
They're setting up on the second point.
They need to isolate you from the enemies. That's the joke, okay? Isolate.
Rihanna wants to command for long-range shielding, and Majesty's fallen by, but almost has that.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I like going to Zenyatta during these setups here.
Dragon Surge combo. Flowers almost got his graviton. Was a very impressive one last time on the defense, draw people in, but already Sit an explosive performance. Goodbye backline for Karasuno. You're a load of squishy targets, and now you just mess that needs to be cleaned up, not with a broom but with a mop.
This was the place.
Do I
Sid
replay
has
this?
Been looking for this entire
Yeah.
map. He wasn't able to get much at all in the last 6 minutes of actually playing that Junkrat, and so.
So meanwhile, while the replay is running, I get towards the offensive side. You can see what I'm doing back there.
Of actually playing that Junkrat.
So then I can watch now, focus on this replay and cut it back in time.
Hold on, Tenso having swapped off onto that Ana still needs time to try and build up that nano boost. And it's kind of strange. Who does that nano boost really go on to? I mean, I figure Akawa is really the only target here.
That's unfortunate. So I swap because, okay, now I'm like, okay, now they're in a position of power maybe for the goats. They're talking about the Ana. Let's go ahead and watch the Ana. Healing. I know Far used the ultimate up here. Free cam. This is bad. I should have seen that the combo was coming. So now I'm like, okay, where do I even check it out? This fight's on all corners.
Their way on in. Akawa misses the charge onto Ace of Spades.
We know at least the defense is holding here.
He falls to Gator. And the defense will
That was a little bit much. I should have. So what I should be doing there is I watch and like, okay, I see Boostio on a spot. Oh, oops. I think the Scrim Knight's going on now, and I'm accidentally still on here. Oops. Alright, this is Scrim Knight's starting right now.
Only 37 seconds, and they have used.
So, okay, let's go back to this. What should I have done here on this attack? Moving in. So it's always good between the fights while I'm sitting on looking at Zenyatta. So I should see that Boostio. So right here it's tough because at that moment they didn't have the ultimate indicators. Damn it, Mushu, says LP. Why? Why? Wait, why is Broadcast.gg only now auto-hosting us for 37? Oh, they must have been watching something else. I must have been auto-hosting something else. Okay. So, at the time of the death, if I'm looking up here, I should be able to spot that they are close to ultimates, but I don't. So what that means is that, in the approach here, I should be like, okay, well, Far is going to be looking for a Graviton Surge. So I see the death here, and right now, I don't actually have a direction on what I want to look at. So I'm like, okay, well, let's look at Majesty. He just got the kill on Boostio. He's going to be peeking down this alleyway, down this direction. So let's go ahead and check it out. And so I switched to Majesty. What should be happening instead is I should just hot swap to Far, because he's going to be looking for that combo, right? No, he just died too. So there's kind of two mental jumps I have to make. Is realize that he's going to get rezzed here, which he does. Here I'm still looking at this. I'm like, they can push in aggressively if they want. They have the Transcendence. But what I don't see is the fact that they have... They were just talking about Ana too, so I'm like, I'm distracted. I want to watch the defense, right? But then I just forget that this combo is here, basically here now. And they're winning too, right? And so then I hear this ultimate come out on this high ground. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's check out far. And then I just completely forgot there's a combo available. So at this point, as soon as if I knew, let's say I knew the combo was even coming and I forgot that he got rezzed, I should be free cam immediately after the Graviton comes out to see where the dragon goes. Because now I'm stuck in this corner to where I'm like, I'm just having a tough time.
No, we cannot. In it comes that Majesty's there with the Transcendence.
The Transcendence keeps them all alive. Ace of Spades now.
So now I'm just like, I have no bearings, right? Because I have no idea how this fight's going. That didn't end up being successful. A lot of the goats had already been winning at that point, and now it's just Ace of Spades. I don't know if there's anyone else back here, so I'm just in a really tough spot.
Dragon, but still, they're making their way on in. Akawa misses the charge onto Ace of Spades as he just tries swinging for the fences. He falls to Gator, and the defense will hold on.
Backs up against the wall now. What was a reassuringly weighty time back now is only 37 seconds, and they have used their trump card. The Valkyrie has been used, the Graviton Surge has been used, and the Dragon Strike as well. But Hidan from downtown, that's one way to open it up. Don't peek that, Tensor. Stop peeking that.
Oh, did I catch that? I was sending a message to somebody.
The Graviton Surge has been used, and the Dragon Strike as well. But Hidan from downtown, that's one way to open it up. Don't peek that, Tensor.
That's my third person. I'm acknowledging. I'm acknowledging the shot. Hey.
They're still waiting for the respawns though, so they can't really take advantage of this, and this is fine because Tensa's playing Ana, and Ana always plays on the fringes by the spawn door. Sit starts it off.
Oh, that's so rough. Oh my.
Gone down. 10 seconds left as Boostio just
at this point, I'm ready to go free cam. He just gets annihilated. All right, cool. I'm zooming back in. Check it out. So, okay, I realize I'm like, oh crap, it's the end of the point. Let's check out the objective. And then let's check out the objective and also see if there's any reinforcements coming in. Right, so that's why I zoom in here this way. It's not pretty how fast I move this way, but it's important to see the context.
And it's been working for them. And it looks
it could be there, could be there. Nope.
Here. Only 5 points going over
no one.
To Karasuno.
Well, third time's a charm, Jameson, and guess who learned it was goats. But now Karasuno up against the wall once again. If they want to take Hanamura, they have to hold first point. If not, it's either a draw.
Oh,
it's going to be goats going up 2-1 in this series. So now Karasuno, all the eggs need to be.
So I'm doing the old slow roll again. I'm gonna let them come into the foreground. When they do, they're kind of probably gonna cut right side. I have to make a choice here. Do I go along the main path?
We're likely gonna see this end at 2.5 minutes.
You can see me hesitate there.
So we'll see.
Round 5, assault.
That right now, are they changing anything up on the defense? It doesn't look like much.
Do I turn here to check him out? No, I should just commit to that.
The Junkrat for them, though.
It's fine.
Okay. Far no longer.
John Amura, baby.
With the Zaya, which has been his go-to.
5 freaking minutes, dude. They completed 2 rounds of this map, and they still have 1 minute more than they start with. How the hell?
Utilize his aggression against him, afflict him with the Discord orb from Hidan, and then
I'm checking out the trap, looking at Guru. Where you chilling? Where you at? We see some Reinhardt. So do I flip around and see where the fire strike goes?
It's so difficult to play the Junkrat into both.
I'm ready for just follow them as they come out.
Because either you're
medium to wavy. I should be going to Lucio here. Lucio?
Here.
There we go. Lucio speed boost. We're gonna go through the choke point. Yep, third person to show everybody.
Oh my gosh, they are
just for fun. Right now. I see Reinhardt go in.
That trap, but he has the backup of his team. Akawa takes out Boostio here.
I go see Sit because again, it's like when it gets into the brawl, I want to look at the Brigitte. So I switch here because I know that Zarya's chasing a kill. I'm gonna watch this through the completion here. What else am I looking at here? We see, yeah, Diva was right there. We saw as the death happened, so we know that's a safe swap. There's brawl is happening on the point again. We go back to Brigitte.
In commanding fashion, take the first
Third
one,
person
get
could be a
out.
thing here, but you know what? I'm just gonna sit here. Do I switch to Tensa on the Lucio because they're in transition? Tensa, please. Oh, he's behind.
They're only gonna have one ultimate. It's gonna be fun.
I'll show him escorting.
For Riptire. Who does he need to kill?
So the third person to help give context, right? Positioning.
Everyone.
Oh, I see Far has a tire. I see his position. I'm showing relative to this. They gotta know he's right above there. So he's gotta really watch out. Okay. I like that call. I was able to see. All right, let me look back at the ultimates now. We see the tire happening too. He's close to this dragon strike. Aqua has his, yeah. I'm gonna be watching because he's just spamming down here. Goats are like, where do we enter from? So I'm listening for waiting for this tire. I hear it pulled. I'm gonna go right to it. He finds the kill. I switch to someone else on the defense. Let's see. Let's try to be a little more proactive. I've just been saying reactively what I've made the swaps on. So Karasuno is pushing them back. So we see Hiden for the cleanup. We saw Bustia heading forward. So at this point, I should be going free cam. I'm going to watch this stagger, if anything. Oh, they're going to leave. Then I want to check out Goats on their attack, likely. I either switch to Zenyatta or I go to Goats. I go to free cam here. Yep. Like I said, in transition, in the lulls, where is the Zenyatta going? Far has been denying it all the time. I should be going to see Goats soon, though. We do have the Dragon Strike, though. I would like to see Goat's perspective here. Really would like to see. Oh, they have the combo? They have the combo? That's why I do it? I line it up. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, the combo gets eaten, though. Combo actually gets eaten there. Or it gets too low?
Graviton Surge was actually above him, and then he aimed a little bit too low, so did not connect at all. But no one's on the point, and that doesn't matter. So Tensa with that Lucio will be able to go ahead and secure this map now. The GOAT sitting on match points. 2-1.
No one expects the Brazilian DJ to be the one.
Oh.
Probably be with everyone else.
Alright, chat, should I do one more map?
Fantastic 3K.
Are you guys tired of this now?
Oh no, maybe it's
Azaria. So they just
Then we got a lot of good
working
content.
against them right now. Wavy is having a great
incredibly invasive.
in the
Ooh, hybrid. Oh, King's Row. Oh boy.
almost any main tank can be played here. Main tank can be at this point.
Find a beautiful shot before you roll in.
Almost any
Do
main
it!
tank can be played here.
Come on.
So we'll see what they actually go for. Karasuno, it looks like on the defense though, they're gonna go for that quad or triple tank. Guru picking up once again the Brigitte and Bustio. Of course, why not? His Hanzo's been fantastic, and Hanzo is a great hero here on King's Row.
I'm sitting back more in my chair now. I'm just chilling.
It's
Been a long day.
What they're currently showing, which is, I don't know, it's a Kyle Rumble with the makers, so maybe.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do this time.
I doubt
I'm gonna turn them down a little bit, and I'm gonna try to talk through and anticipate what I'm doing. Let me pretend I'm actually controlling and tell you what I'm looking for here. Okay, so Goat's gonna roll out. Aqua's on the sniper. We're gonna go to the sniper right away. You know, he swaps, makes the swap, and now we're like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, because Aqua's not a sniper, so we're gonna go look at Sid anyways. He's gonna go to this high ground here. I'm looking at Wavy, has the Pharah. Yep, we make the switch. Wavy's gonna try to get the concussive blast forward. Sit's probably rotating. I'm gonna go back to Sit soon, because unless Wavy can find something here, it's actually getting interesting. Wavy is behind. We saw Boostio get the kill too, so okay, he gets the res. So we're gonna still watch Wavy here. Has an access to the back line. But yeah, Sit is the one who gets the rotation on too. We switched to the front line because we're expecting them pushing up, but instead he actually dies. But Sit is still on the point. We're going to sit on Sit for a while. Probably switch to Wavy if we need to. We see Sit going in the 1v1. In the back line, I switched to Zarya for some reason because why not? Zarya at high charge is fun. And we might free cam here or look at people who are going to be cleaning up. Okay. Where's Boostio? Oh, he's dead.
Potentially get on there. No, it's a winner maker. They don't get on the point even if you pay them. But the triple kill from Boostio. And now,
dude, Legday's actually toxic. The Widowmaker won't go on the point unless you pay them, even if you pay them. Oh no, that's funny. That's funny. It was good. All right, cool. So we're watching Sid. He's gonna be spamming down the choke point. We saw Wavy switch onto the Genji, so we might swap to show him shooting the shurikens. But we're gonna see this front line battle here. Sid's behind the shield. I actually don't care too much for the frontline battle because it's just going to be a lot of particle effects. So Wavy, we're looking at him to see him get in here. He's getting in behind. We're probably going to watch the... We should be free camming here, really? Should be free camming. That's fine, though. We caught the action. Do I replay this? Because we already saw it. I don't know if I really need to replay it.
Quickly putting down Boostia. They don't want any more of those shenanigans again.
Yeah, it was very clear what happened, so...
Carl and Tensa, they're gonna be ready to catch
Are Karasuna coming back? Am I anticipating that they're going to contest? Likely not. But there is enough time if he charges in tiers. So I might free cam right beforehand. Yeah, Sit is going to be the one who would get picks on this location. If they had a Zenyatta, yeah, Hiden, no. Majesty might be another person to do too. Valkyrie is up in the sky. Better than a free cam because they're showing perspective. He has the Earth Shatter. Free cam because there's going to be a lot of action going on. So watching in front. I'm trying to show where the defense could be pulling back to because they're the ones that we care about. Well, we're following this in because this is going to chunk down the team. I got into a bit of a tough spot there, but it does play out. They do. Oh, little tactical crouching from Wavy. Okay. Cool. We're setting up here. Control C to hide chat because I forgot. So now we're looking at front line. I've probably switched to Majesty here. To see some Zenyatta play. We already saw Akawa making space for his team. We switch to Majesty. Thank you. Oh, no. We see Wavy. He has the Dragon Blade. And there's a Dragon Strike on the other side, too. So gotta watch out for when that comes out. If the Dragon Strike happens immediately... Alright, no, cool. We're committed to Wavy here. Boostio is dead. Or not. We look at Majesty. He's clearing position here. I'm looking for Wavy. I'm just waiting for him to pull out this blade. Because now would be a good time, Wavy. They're probably pushing up the payload a little bit more. And they start losing some people now. So now it's going to be a disengage here. We're looking for them to escape. I either free cam it or... Yeah, we just look at goats. Like Day has a great laugh.
Spam coming out from far there. Wavy, don't reveal yourself, buddy. You will get run down in short order. And that's a good way to open it up.
That is a great way, but there we
go. Oh, okay. Yep, we saw that coming. Oh! Cool. Yep, free cam it. Nope. Oh, I go right to the front line. Oh, the combo their side too. Free cam it. Okay, watch the payload. Keep pushing forward. We see them. All right, pull back a little bit. Why am I so low? Am I contenders? Observer? I'm toxic now. Akawa has the Earth Shatter. This is what we're looking for here. There's nothing else to... Yeah, so this is the Battle of the Reinhardts here. Battle of the Reinhardts. He's dead. He's dead. I switched to Sit. Oh, free cam it to watch it. I switched to Boostio because he's going to help clean up, I guess. Cool. We're staying on that.
Now, when it comes to just like the hammer versus hammer battle between Akawa and Ace of Spades, Akawa's been winning that trade heads up.
I'm trying to cast my observing thoughts.
That's the second or possibly third one coming up from Ace of Spades.
Okay, so we're going to go check out what Goats has. So we're seeing the defense roll up. We're seeing the defense while getting in a position where the offense is going to be. We see Sit switching onto that. That's a big pick on the Gator here. So don't expect them to push in. They get the Resurrection already, which means that they're going to have, again, the front line battling forward. Akawa still has his Earth Shatter. Ace of Spades does not, so we're going to watch for that. But first things first is, can Sit take care of the snipers? Nope, that is not going to be the case. So we're going to watch Akawa just chill here with the Earth Shatter. So we're going to check it out again. They're just getting pebbled down. They have the shield, but they couldn't pay attention to it. Sit switches off and back. I thought he was already on the Widowmaker. So it goes back on. Wavy is going to chunk down the front line here. We're going to probably switch to Sit. Nope, we're looking at the front line. Okay, can we look at Sit, please? Nope, I'm looking at Ace of Spades for some reason. Why am I looking at Ace of Spades here? That's okay, because we saw maybe the Dragon Strike. I should have been looking at Boostio then, or at least in free cam. So far, is going to be picking it off. He's spotting. So I can stay here, or I can go back to Goat's perspective. We're probably going to sit on far. I mean, dude, they're just getting picked off all the time. So this is one thing that happens is, like, if a team just generally keeps winning, even though if they're on the defense and I want to watch the offense, and they're just popping off, I'm just going to sit on their side. Here's the big thing, though, is that... So we're going to see if the offense can get a pick. They have the ultimate advantage at this point. So it's interesting to see if he can get a pick. Headshot, but not fully charged. Far gets taken down, though. So now is a go sign. We're going to go forward. Transcendence could come out here, but we're looking for the Earth Shatter. I want to be a little bit behind him, too. So here we go. Oh, yeah, I want to free cam it because I know that's going to come out. Immediately, as soon as that Graviton comes out, I go into free cam because I know that combo is ready. Only because I knew the combo was ready. We're looking at Far. He's the only hope for this defense. Oh! I probably would have been, if I had this again, I would have been watching Sit, but I wouldn't have been able to see that headshot. It would have been on the receiving end. So Karasuno, here's the combo. He has it. He's going to drop back. I'm going to free cam. Free cam it. Free cam it. Thank you.
They were able to follow up with the Dragon Strike. It was damage boosted by Frog King, able to simply output more.
So the arrow's caught. Sometimes what happens is you're switching between the people, and then I have to quickly like run and grab my controller. Bar continues to pop off. So we're gonna watch the snipers. What else is interesting here? Karasuno coming in. They're diving into the high ground. Yep, they switched into dive. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. So I switched to the dive tanks. They get into the high ground. Wavy's gonna be the one going to the back line to finish kills if they need to. So we're leapfrogging here. We're watching the dive tanks. We hear a Earthshatter on point, and I should have gotten a free cam there, but we just go and see what they can do. At this point, yeah, free cam. Already 3 kills for Karasuno, and the attackers are getting wrecked. So free cam it.
Now it's 40 seconds left. They've got the trend.
Cool, one more fight. So absolutely watch the attack here. 100% watch the attack here, because this is their fight they need to win. Gonna watch Hidan. Could he, or Majesty, could he be the hero for them? We see the high ground again. We hear Jameson talking about it as well. They're leapfrogging. They're doing the same thing here. Goats, do they have anything? They need to farm up on that ultimate. Sid is turning behind. I saw the flank, I guess. He's gonna try to get the kill. Oh, does he jump out? Yeah, this is what we have to watch here. This is the one hope, right? Because those dive versus the death ball, dive on the attack versus the death ball is not gonna be what they want. Because you want to see Wavy getting this farm. Transcendence at this point. I should be going into the blade here. He goes to the back line. He's searching. We stay here because he's trying to kill Boostio. They're focusing it down. Both DPS are down for the defense. Cool. So now we might go to the tanks. Yep. Tanks occupying the space for the spawn. They're pushing it back. We get to look at the payload.
Seeing out from Dorado, finally in overtime, they will be able to cap it, but they relied heavily upon Wavy with this Genji. The swap off coming out from him finally paid off for them. Honestly, it was just waves crashing on the shore before when they were trying to run that Reinhardt Zarya composition, but as soon as they swapped over to dive, this is the same kind of transformation that we saw on Dorado.
Yeah,
these reactions are PogChamp. Are you talking about my reactions?
You go from half goat to full goat. You never want to go
never go full goat.
You never want to go full goat.
But they went full goat, and it actually worked out.
You just start like eating grass. They've got it like in boxes by their monitors. Their comms are just fully like, meh.
Just that's like around their desks. 3 weeks old like Doritos bag that they swear they're gonna throw away later on, but they never do.
Doritos.
I love Jamerson's goes with it too.
For anyone who's upgraded their mouse recently, I'm sure they'll have eaten through the old one if they're on goats. There are goats now.
I wonder if Jameson's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
They have no time remaining in their bank. Jameson, 3 points on the board. Karasuno are in a commanding position here. If they can finish with over a minute left, they will get an extra free attack to try and accrue 33% and take this map. But if they cannot complete the map, goats are going through to the grand final as the winners.
That is the most important part. Goats. They took Dorado.
In sync.
This is a best of
my sync with the casters.
If they want to keep their tournament hopes alive,
it's a great time.
Make sure that they get this victory here and send it over.
It's important to listen.
Number 5.
Here, I'm gonna not do the play-by-play.
Is by running a quad tank.
I'm just gonna point out my reactions again.
Never mind. You're done with the heavy baits right there.
All right, let's take a quick second. Let's look at the. So we set up the defense. I'm doing some work briefly right now. So of course we're gonna go to Boostio here or Far. Oh wait! Oh my God! I think this is the shot. Holy shit! Wait.
The heavier bait as far as swapped off himself on.
Oh no! There's one we got of a Hanzo jumping out of spawn, and he does like this. He hits this crazy headshot.
Hasn't gained anything from that. Very little energy to speak of, and now Gates is catching a little bit of hope. Far moving around here. Tensa, let's talk about on Viana can put in a little bit of damage. But
so here, like He's talking about Far. This is just a great perspective in general. Getting in over the top of the shields. We might switch to the front line briefly. Yep, flanking DPS here. We're back to it. I see Far moving up forward. He gets a kill on the Wavy. We're back to... Yeah, I mean, like, frontline you can watch, but look, these are the people that the tanks are making the space for, so you watch them. And then once it's pretty much clear, I'm looking at tanks for the cleanup. Because everyone loves high charge Zarya.
Gator now will be able to get the D-Mech here. 2 ticks over. There's the third Gator. Oh boy, gets cleaned up.
Bit of a mercy stagger there from Hidan, trying to get a couple of extra killing blows. And look at how confident Far is here with Frog can get his back. Karasuno have built up 4 ultimates, and they didn't have to use.
All right, let's see right now. Karasuno, who's going to push forward here? It's going to be Boostio. He gets the position. Far is ready to unleash his Rocket Barrage. I don't know how aggressive he's going to be with this Rocket Barrage, so we don't really need to watch the payload right now. We're going to see the... Oh, that was a bug.
And that's why Sit was like sitting on about 20% HP that entire first fight.
Going around. I'd probably switch back to go check out perspective of the point. Far's already giving me that perspective. They're going to push back here. We see front line. Yep, we're watching Heat-In in the back. I'm okay with this. Oh, I swapped away though. It's okay, he died anyways. Heat-In's gonna... This is where he would be strong, right? It's gonna be behind the team. But now this Transcendence not doing good. Cool. I'm trying to watch the defenders as they're pushing into Karasuno. So you see how I walked backwards. I had my camera here. I was too far forwards. I didn't see any of the defense, so I bring my camera. So I'm here, and then I'm looking this way. I thought that goats are gonna run in aggressively after they get this kill.
Self-destruct as everyone is able to dodge.
See, I expect goats to be coming in fast, so I keep going backwards, looking at the attackers. I expected the defense to push up.
Advantage here, so that's why we're seeing the defense back away. Goat are giving ground.
And they talk about it too.
So why would Wavy use his Dragon Strike into a Transcendence? I know it does quite a bit of damage, but it feels like it wouldn't be ideal. Oh, Ace of Spades around the corner. Thought he had the drop on them, but no, it was Tensor who got the drop, and now he's ready to bring out a Nano Boost.
Where's Boostio? Yep, we have the combo ready to go. Get ready for free cam. 3, 2, 1. We get both of them. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. All right. Well, at least we were there, ready. We were gonna see the Dragon Strike. It had to come through.
Throw that Dragon Strike in. I didn't see anyone really, particularly low. He just went for it.
It was a dominant Dragon Strike. I don't even need this ultimate. That's how much better I am than you. But let's talk about Far. Flying too close to the collapsing sun. Caught in that graviton. Now it's a reset for Karasuno. They do have the Dragon Surge combo, but Majesty is going to be able to come in.
Oh, they didn't use it. Wait.
Of course, they are going to have the Biotic
That wasn't theirs.
well.
Okay, so let's get ready for free cam here. I thought there was a graviton surge. There we go. Boom, the transition. Oh.
Habit coming out, and all the healing is there, but Far was just able to build up that.
Let's watch that again. Yay, we got the combo. Switch. So I did the F key thing here. This is the old. All right. So I have my hands almost certainly on F2 and F3. And I go to see the setup. Guru's coming up from behind. So he goes up here. So he goes to the ultimate. Immediately I'm gonna press F3. It zooms out. And then I press F2 immediately and it zooms into Boostio's view. And then we free cam it immediately. So I'm on the F2, F3, and my hands are on the controller still. Or like F2, F3, and rapid change and grab onto the controller, get to free cam. And I'm like, oh, there's a Rocket Barrage too. Let's zoom up, increase the altitude to catch that. And then we watch the front line because they should be clearing their way. Why not watch some? These are a lot of swaps here.
Falling back as Guru just connecting with all of these alternative fires. That's the 4K for him.
Guru is a nutty off tank.
Karasuno capturing the second point.
So I think I could have swapped less there. Maybe stay onto the Reinhardt until Guru starts popping off.
Earthshedder, and already the Frog King's down, so this is going to send Karasuno back a little bit, but won't be long until Frog King's back because they're so close to their spawn here.
Yep, I'm going to let him be dead. I'm going to go in free cam. I don't know what the rest of the team is, so we're using free cam to reorient myself. You see this now? Oh, God, that's unfortunate. We're going to still watch the attackers. Far is back. I might go back to the sniper.
6-man Dragon Strike comes out from Wavy once again. But
Why
it
am
does
I
not
on Ace of
connect.
Spades
It does
here?
zone out the rest of the team, but they're not able to collapse onto Ace of Spades. Boost Steel was able to connect. Now here we go. Dragon Strike with the Graviton Surge. That's the combo you're looking for as Akawa falls. And now, Grosino making that last bet.
Guru popping off.
Things are getting dicey for GOAT.
Wavy threw in the Dragon Strike, and like you said, they weren't able to collapse on Ace of Spades, but Boostia was very happy to show you just what happens when you get too close to something that's going to be collapsed. Collapsing star, but Guru throw out was the grave of GOATs, and now on the cusp of defeat are the defensive team getting this to get onto the payload. 3 minutes left on the clock here, and Carousel are in a commanding position.
Already 2 kills over. Wavy tries to go over for that Genji, but instantly gets squashed
Oh my
down.
god, dude, you're nutty.
Gonna be Karasuno on the kill feed. Hidan, the sacrificial member here, Ace of Spades. Oh, just with the alpha move there, going for the.
I should have been a free
Shatter
cam
onto
sooner.
Majesty. That final elimination, they will be able to complete out the second round. And that means that, you know, they have a huge win condition. There is no time on the board for GOATs, and it's all in Karasuno's court.
Oh, you know what it looks like when when a aluminium can is ran over by a car.
Aluminium, what do you mean?
Looks like right now, after that message Earth Shadow was pushed down by Ace of Spades right on top of his head.
I mean, was it a car or was it like a semi-truck? 'Cause,
It's possibly a tank.
yeah.
Either way, he's a very flat boy right now.
Flat boy. Who's gonna win? One flat boy.
I mean, it was just more than his body.
Or a goat.
Like it's also the spirits crushed. The Ace of Spades.
Oh,
was able
man,
to
I'm actually pretty
walk
tired now.
down everyone towards the end there, and I feel like, you know, in these Rhine
I'm gonna check
battles,
out
it really
the
does suit
setup.
them better. He's able to
Sniper,
play
double
a lot
sniper.
more
They're here for
aggressive
now.
with Akawa, and
That's
then
cool.
Whenever he has his shatters, I feel like he might have gotten into the mind of Akawa.
We have a little bit more time to kill, right? So let's check out where they're setting up. I might go around Mondada.
He's getting inside his head like, hey, you know what? My team's got my back.
It's about 10 seconds now, so that's when I can head towards the spawn. So I'm just gonna slow back off,
Like we said, the D.Va
see where they
isn't
are.
quite where it should be as far as protecting people from the Pharaoh or trying to disrupt that. And Karasuno, once again, they knew just how effective their first attack was. Why not try it again? Far coming out on the Pharaoh. Oh, Boost, don't catch those.
It looks like we have a triple sniper composition coming out as Akawa was able to hit that fire strike from long range. Also, they need a miracle hold here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A lot of swap offs coming away. Far now.
Of course, we're watching the snipers here. Sorry, I was distracted.
We'll see.
Pharaoh. Oh, Boost, don't catch those. Yeah, my team's got my back, and Gates has been somewhat lackluster on this off-tank role, I feel. Like we said, the D.Va play wasn't quite where it should be as far as protecting the Pharaoh or trying to disrupt that. And Karasuno, once again, they knew just how effective their first attack was. Why not try it again? Far coming out on the Pharaoh. Oh, Boost, don't catch those.
It looks like we have a triple sniper composition coming out as Akawa was able to hit that fire strike from long range.
Well done,
Also,
Jamerson.
they
Triple
need a miracle
sniper,
hold
Kappa.
here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A lot of swap offs coming away. Far now.
Who's gonna be in powers? Boostio is popping off
down.
earlier on.
Back to spawn. We'll
He's
see
gonna
if
give you the one getting the sight. So I'm alternating here. I'm looking at snipers. I'm looking at front line. Snipers, front line. Snipers, front line.
Gotta be careful as far
Until I think it's not interesting for the snipers, so I cycle snipers. He's backing off here.
Now it's just going back and
So I see front line dying here. So we're gonna watch. Yep. So now it's pretty much full of disengage here. We're just gonna stand far while he backs off. I might change to front line from Karasuno soon once they're done spawning. Yep, we're seeing where the rest of the team is. We're checking in here. That fire strike kill, WTF? The power booster fire. No, it was he got hit by something else, so he took damage before the fire strike. So yeah, that's why. I think he got body shot, sniped, then the fire strike hit simultaneously.
They're struggling to find the tempo they found in their first attack. They're being
Flanks again. Snipers, front line. Snipers, front line. I'm looking at snipers. I see front line moving up. Snipers are flanking here. So I'm looking at the snipers. This is getting a little bit interesting. We're going to continue watching snipers. They die. They lose the Frog King. All right, now they're pretty much dead. Boostio, let's just watch this flank, see if he gets it. Then we're going to free cam it, likely.
The offense having trouble finding anything going. To get anything
Probably
going
just going to watch him die here.
The important
Yep,
part is
I would like to
they
have caught
have
that
the combo,
kill.
Right? They almost have Boostio with that Dragon Strike. Guru is at 99% towards that Graviton.
A little bit too late.
Looking for.
So we're checking out the defense. All right, let's go catch up with the front line.
Bio grenades to try and increase the healing.
What do we got
So the
going
damage
on?
boost of Dragon Strike could spell doom for the side of
Watch
Goats,
Guru,
but
he
this
has
was such
the...
a tantalizing
Oh my god, dude,
position.
Boostio's getting
Now
dunked
sits about a
on.
minute from the jaws of Karasuno here, and Far and Boostio both
Gets the res, though.
voice out of Sit.
Far gets taken out
Sit
too.
not quite
Sit,
as far
you
in
monster.
King's Row, but
So here, you could swap to
when the
Sit.
pressure's on, Jameson,
But
Sit does not
Karasuno, they have the combo soon. So I stay on here. Let's just watch the front line. Boostio now has the combo. Let's watch Guru. Reinhardt's going to start pushing forward. Let's switch to Guru. Yep, he's going to put it down. Now, the combo, free cam it. Let's check it out. How is it doing? Let's see where the attackers are coming in. So we switch perspectives. We see where the attackers are coming in, and Kawaii are winning now. So they get killed.
And now, one final push, and they spent the last 2.5 minutes trying to build up all these ultimates and then throw it all into this fight.
Yeah, a little bit of T-Tors. I didn't expect Aqua to push up there.
Go against both for swinging of
This
ace
point,
of
am I
spades and
watching
Dragon Strike. So they made sure
them
to get
clear the
ace of
point
spades
here?
as quickly
Free
as
cam it,
possible.
please?
Already down once again, and what was turned into such
Thank
a
you.
tantalizing win condition is slowly
I
evaporating.
want to free cam there because you want to see the attackers coming in.
With that heat on,
You don't want to see like a Reinhardt swinging on the point in overtime is not.
But
It doesn't give you a lot of information.
The snipers holding the door, holding the gate.
Oh.
Ace of spades. Sorry, your shatter's not gonna do much today. Now,
So then we go to Li
Lijiang.
Zhang, I think. Let's just watch Li Zhang, and then I'll be done.
Probability
Map on.
to meet the
This is a fun series.
You can make sure
could get done with the advantage over about
combo is that it takes a little bit more to keep him out there for the proper on much.
now. We are
Then we get on to
as DPS.
Oh my god, how much time do we have to kill?
in a diva.
Jameson coming in with a boot is wavy, but no desire.
See when I come in here.
Seemed fun. And this seems like a reversal of.
I come in with a nice shot.
Seemed far more
Now we pick one
confident
side.
those dive tanks and moving on to singular targets from Karasuno.
Alright, I should have health bars already.
Very
Yep.
happy to bunker up with the Reinhardt.
We hear the Pharah. I'm gonna back up, try to get her into view. No, we'll just select it here, looking at the boob, nothing happens. So we're gonna keep watching this until we. Yeah, okay. I'm watching front line now, I guess. Want to see the front. Gator, yeah. We're back. We're checking in. We're checking in. Front line, flankers.
Follows not quite there.
Ooh, that's a weird swap. I don't like that swap. I don't like that swap.
Still though, things
Free
are
cam
going
it?
back and forth, and it's not clear cut. Quite victors coming out quite yet. They have 3 members on the point.
Yeah, when I'm confused, and the audience is also likely confused, free cam it. Let's see where the team is coming from. Let's check out where attackers are. Ooh, we got a nice bonus, almost catch of the pulse bomb. Doesn't land, so here we go. We're gonna check out Far. We're gonna check out on the front line once he doesn't hit the double direct. I should lose my patience. Oh, nice. Now I kind of pretty much have to watch this here.
As soon as he takes
And it's
out
nice.
that,
Far brings us onto the
goes
point.
straight after Far
We swapped to
there.
Boostio.
But
We're looking at the
Resurrection
point
is
cleanup.
well, put a delay to them.
Sit's doing
2
nut.
kills
Sit is so
there.
good though.
Resurrection though will keep the man advantage in their favor.
Free cam it?
The barrage out from Wavy connects with 2.
No,
They might just be able to hold on to the point.
control is just tough.
Still here, the hit scan monster himself.
I should now free cam it or go right to goats. Yep. I might go to Wavy soon.
Now Wavy boosting up
Oh,
into
Wavy's
Far,
dead, just
a little
kidding.
bit too confident there and got taught a lesson. But Sit
Anti-air tracer.
Tinnitus causing sound waves from Majesty will remove the air threat, so now it's equal here between
Watching
Karasuno
front
and
line,
Goats.
we'll go back to Wavy or yeah, Sit misses that, so I'm not gonna go back to Sit.
Because it does feel like it's actually just
So
a
attacker's
one
coming back
long
in.
team fight. Ace of
Has the
Spades
rocket
jumps in,
barrage
but
too.
He takes a direct rocket as soon as he does.
Ace of Spades jumps in, so I switch to
That
him.
primal rage to keep himself alive, and here come all the support ultimates out now. Valkyrie
Where's the
on
rocket
both sides,
barrage?
along with the sound barrier. Frog King is just about to have his. He's at 91%. Playing on the outskirts isn't getting that much healing off, so he's not able to build it up. Graviton
Ooh.
surge connects
This-
onto
oh
two
my
sound
god, this
barriers
is-
just in time, keeps
So
it
I try to
going
get free
now,
cam out
but
so we can see
still,
everything going
the
on.
man advantage going over in favor of Ghost. They're holding on 88% and ticking.
And we talk about it very often.
Oh god, I try to swap and then
Far catching himself inside. inside.
Man,
of the shield of
controls
Akawa.
chaos.
Oh, welcome to the fray, ladies and gentlemen. Akawa is here to be your guide, coming in with the Earth Shadow and laying everyone down. Boostio squished against the wall. Not quite as much as he would have wanted, but Karasuno is still in control of the point, and here comes Wavy with the barrage.
Wavy with the damage boosted barrage was able to take out 2. Overtime still ticking away as Far tries to get in. He gets taken out by Majesty of all people. It's the Lucio. Just having air control here, and ultimately 100-0 will go over in favor of Goats.
One's a little bit tough.
That's how you get tinnitus, Jameson. The public safety announcement, courtesy of Majesty with a double kill on Lucio, taking out both pieces of the pharmacy combo, and they desperately piled in through that window. And unfortunately, that makes you incredibly easy to hit with the slow-moving projectiles that Lucio flings out, which do more damage now since his I would say his recent buff, but it's probably like 3 or 4 months
Like
old.
a year?
All right, so we're gonna show the point. Now it's kind of like on Karasuno, so I'm gonna watch from their perspective.
Because like a year ago they gave.
Right, this is theirs. They need to win this here, so I want to watch from their side. And we're listening to casters too.
And then from there, like, no one really played Lucio anymore, so I haven't actually kept track of him. But here we go. This is where Karasuno definitely want to be. They like running that Rhine. Ace of Spades definitely looks a bit more comfortable on it now. And they've already got position here on the high ground, so we have...
Yeah, so on, if there's a control center, like Junkrat's just a really good person to watch, because he's going to be the one that gets the pick, if anything. So I switched to Boostio here. He must have had a good flank. That's why I'm like, all right, I'm going to switch to him. Cool, Wavy gets a kill, but we're going to watch front line, because they just won already. So, okay, so far as flanking. Yeah, it's just like I'm alternating between front line and on the point. And so when the tanks are making space, I'll watch the flanks. If the flankers are not having a good perspective, then I might go back to the tank line or watch a Zenyatta, right? A support that's able to deal damage. So watching Far. Oh, he gets wrecked there. Boostio has his ultimate. He's going to unleash it. Risk free cam it. Let's go and check it out here. So it gets split up. So the dragon is pretty much done. It gets the kills, but now it's time for Goats. They had 3. They have 3 ready to go. They might have a chance here. Nope, they die. I should free cam here. Nope, I switched to Gator. Oh god. I should be free camming already by this point. I decided to switch to Boostio.
Time here, the Goats still decided to go forward after they lost both their Mercy and their Hanzo. They may have had the tank advantage with the Kawa.
So now Karasuno have a ton of ultimates. I'm staying on Karasuno here. He got sucked up here, and I know the ultimate's coming. Oh, nope. What's going on now? Let's reset.
One-man army. Graviton Surge comes out, but the Transcendence is there just to mitigate any kind of damage. There was really no follow-up. Actually coming across.
See, I'm okay with these decisions, though, given how chaotic it is. So I like how I kept free cam there to watch to see if there's any... Actually, I do want to point this out. So back when the Graviton happens, I keep it so that I can see anything that's coming up from behind it. So Graviton goes out. Watch my free cam here. So I hug tight to keep them more on this left side, and I'm going to see if there's any dragon coming through. Ends up being a tire. I am able to catch that. It gets destroyed, but we're able to at least see it.
It's on Surge, and here's the follow-up, but no! Wavy! Madman!
It doesn't matter, as Boostio was just a one-man army. Graviton Surge comes out, but the Transcendence is there just to mitigate any kind of damage. There was really no follow-up actually coming across. So Graviton for Trans trade. Take a look, Boostio. He's already got enough.
All right, what am I looking at now? Karasuno, they use a lot of ultimates, but they still have the Earth Shatter, so I'm probably watching Ace of Spades. If he's hugging this right side, I'm watching Ace of Spades. Yeah, I'm basically watching him here. He's looking for an opportunity. He dodges this out. Oh, I go to the tire, but he takes them both out. Wow. So I hot swap to the tire, but it dies anyways. It's a little bit confusing, but then we get to see. Yeah, so this is just such good play here. That's why I replay it at this moment, because it's confusing. It's like it happened very fast. So during that replay, I'm switching to. Let's look on the bottom left, bottom right. During that replay, I'm switching to sit.
180 from what we saw there on Gardens. It's gonna be 100-0 in the opposite direction. Boostio
But he dies.
with a nice headshot onto Sid, is already controlling the door. No one's gonna be able to touch the point because that was Sid's job.
Carl basically had already lost his shield and lays him down on the floor. Though I did think it may have been a pity lowering of a shield there from Ace of Spades. And, now it's 1-1. Karasunova clinging to life here. The heartbeat monitor is beeping. They're not quite gone yet. There will be a resuscitation in order here as we move on to the night market.
Now, Karasuno need this win to just keep the series going. On the opposite end, Goats is 100 short percentage points away from securing this and moving on to the grand finals here in the Overwatch Open Division North America. And what shades are they going to show us? Looks like we're going to have Ryan battles across both ends, along with the Faras. Now the opposite, now the difference is that, well, Sit is actually going for the Tracer while Farah's picking up the
I'm just arbitrarily picking frontline here. Who's on the Goat side? We'd be watching Wavy. Anything. So we're going to stay on Karasuno for now, unless we have a reason to switch.
From afar, the love taps being exchanged in very explosive manners here as Ace of Spades tries to find a way.
We might check on the front line here at some point.
Just stop catching these fire strikes.
Yep, now we're they're pushing in. I'm going to switch to the tank.
We're seeing the comfort level.
See how much space he's making.
Reinhardt, and he just gets
We might switch to, yeah, I was going to say Farah or
with the help of Hedon,
the DPS there, because they're going to want to get in a position to deal damage, right? So they're going to see the enemy team.
They are keeping their hopes alive. The question is, will Goats be able to stay alive? Not if you name Sit. Far descending from above. And
I might switch to Hedon here.
Rain down on Sit,
I might want to see some Zenyatta play, because he's going to be just spamming. Nope, I just decided to look at the Farah.
Take a look at how much damage Hedon's actually been getting across to. He's almost
Now's a good time to switch to Hedon. There we go. Thank you.
With the additional heals coming out of the Ace of Spades, he will have it now. Frog King can just use that.
I'm ready for their air shatter. They're pushing in.
Oh! Connects
Oh!
onto 3. He's able to swing onto Akawa, takes him out. The charge with the follow-up out from Guru.
That's what you want to see.
Beautiful. Earthshatter once again coming out from Ace of Spades.
You don't need to replay that. It's like we saw it very clearly. Oh, no. Of course I say that, and I replay it. I'm just like, hey, there's going to be a reset. I do want to see that one more time. Now it's Gator's time to shine. They have the combo, though. So I'm going to watch Goats going into the Graviton combo.
Coming up, they need any kind of mitigation at all. Even just, never mind, doesn't matter. Boostio.
That was not good. I should have been ready for that. Should have been a free cam.
Stick going to be the only mitigation available with a double kill there, removing both Boostio and Hidan, but it's all for nothing. It's Karasuno once again, clean wipe. And Goats coming in now. They have 2 ultimates, now 3. They don't have the Dragon Strike to follow up the Graviton yet, but they'll build it incredibly
Goats,
quickly.
can we check him out, please?
He knows this is last fight territory, but far from the top,
See,
bringing in the weather.
Already, Wavy tries to answer back, but it's Guru to clean him up. Tensa now going for the res, but he's getting melted down. And with the help of the Frog King, with that pistol, they will take him out. Ace of Spades now brought back to life. He will play bouncer as overtime ticks away. Karasuno.
Yeah, then there's I guess I wasn't sure where the Dragon Strike was going to be, so I just swapped to R or whoever Sit, whatever had it. Alrighty then. That's gonna do it. We've VOD reviewed for 3 hours. Alrighty, folks. Well, hope you guys had fun watching this. I'll chill a little bit more if there's any like final questions or whatnot. Might go into game here. See if anyone else has any questions. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. I think we're gonna cut it out and look at some stuffs that are will be helpful, hopefully for people. I'm gonna go ahead and just spectate a random game. Anything good? None of these are serious, so check it out here. I'm just gonna do some, just if anyone else has any questions, gonna chill a little bit, do some spectating in game. Oh, what's going on? Watch. Okay. Yeah, ideally I should be changing the. This is like 500%. Kai. I should change the cursor, but it's okay. Hopefully that was helpful, folks. I mean, we got to talk about the OBS scenes, how that looks, just general observing. We got to do it, so I will never do this again. So let's see if I want to swap from Ana to McCree, and I want to do like that weird swap. I'll do like F2, then F6, F7. So if you do it fast, it looks like this. So that's a little bit jarring. Yeah. So third person here, I'm probably using my mouse. Turn it. Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. The VOD will be available, of course. And we're gonna, just right after this, you guys can even watch it right now. But that will be it for us now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.